Where Radio Work Sports and the Camden Fairview Sports Network brings to you Hot Springs Lakeside versus the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Hello everyone, I'm Kelly Blair coming to you for Radio Work Sports, joined by Jonathan Wolf and the gang with the Camden Fairview Sports Network, trying to bring this game to you not only on the radio, Fox Sports Camden 97.1, but the YouTube Camden Fairview channel as well. What do you say, Wolfman?
What's going on?
Up and running?
Well, we've got one camera. We're looking at these boys that they're out on first base line and getting ready to play a baseball game. So it's definitely time for a game. But folks, we're having a little technical difficulty on the road. But we will do our best to get some video here in a minute.
And we're going to step away for a quick timeout while they play the national anthem. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball.
Do you feel the need to hide your smile? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Well, at Lad Dental, making smiles look pretty is our business. But that's not all. Lad Dental is for all ages. Bring in your kids and get them signed up in the No Cavities Club. And Lad Dental can accept most insurance. There's no reason to cover your smile. Call Lad Dental today for an appointment. Lad Dental, 435 West Washington Street. Call 836-8944.
Installing a new roof can be one of the largest investments you put into your home, and metal roofing is the best investment for your money. Medlin's Metal Roofing has the most current knowledge of metal roofing and materials, a wide range of colors and complete line of accessories, including styrofoam and fiberglass insulation, roll-up and commercial walk-through doors, purlins, and much more. Roofing panels are fabricated in Strong, Arkansas with same-day pickup or delivery. Medlin's Metal Roofing in El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia, Monticello, West Monroe, Ruston, and Bastrop. Online at MedlinMFG.com.
At Proctor Funeral Home, providing professional funeral services delivered with compassionate care for you and your family is our primary goal. You can be confident knowing that our experienced and compassionate staff is available every hour of every day,
Hey, do we have
all
any
year
idea what
long.
Lakeside's record is?
At Proctor Funeral Home, our mission is simple. Your feelings and wishes are our first and foremost concern. Proctor Funeral Home, serving Camden and the surrounding communities since 1868.
Ouachita Valley Respiratory Care is Camden's leading DME provider. They provide oxygen, CPAPs and CPAP supplies, nebulizers, and other equipment. Their experienced and supportive staff will work with you and your physician to obtain all required documentation for insurance. You can request OVRC as your provider of service, even if you use an out-of-town physician. Call
One of those
836-4477
phone plug-ins
or
available?
stop by 136 Garden Oaks and breathe a little easier with Ouachita Valley Respiratory Care.
Generations Bank believes in community. You might say that they have cared for generations.
What's
Building
Doc
strong
say?
communities and making a difference in your life is kind of what they do. So take a moment. Think about your last banking experience. Was it what you needed it to be? To find out more about the many ways Generations Bank can make your life easier, stop by one of their branches today. Generations Bank, banking for your generation. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Superior Floors and Design in Camden wants to remind you that spring is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. The time to plan for your home renovations and repairs is now. We invite you to stop by the showroom and see the latest designs in flooring and custom cabinetry. Choose from laminate, wood, tile, or carpet that's perfect for any room or application. Find ideas and solutions for any home project at Superior Floors and Design in Camden.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where we are just about to get underway. Peyton Ballard takes the mound for the Hot Springs Lakeside Rams, while Martavius Thomas leads things off for the Cardinals. First pitch is in, ground ball right back to the mound. Ballard's got it over to first, easy play. 1-3 will be the putout. And just like that, one pitch, one out for the Hot Springs Lakeside Rams. Lakeside comes in, we believe, 2-0. Really doesn't matter. Lakeside's one of the top teams in all of Arkansas, especially 5A division. Camden Fairview drops down to 4A for baseball as Anthony Smith steps in, second baseman for the Cardinals. We'll get through the entire starting lineup for you here in just a little bit. started off with the strike from Belliard, as Belliard winds and delivers, swing and a miss. That's going to go down as strike 2 for Smith. Smith, as we said, batting second. He's playing second base. Logan Robertson on deck for the Cardinals. He will handle pitching duties for the Cardinals to start out things here. Early on, Gunnar Branch, the third baseman, will bat fourth if anybody should reach. Ground ball to the shortstop, past the shortstop, and Smith is on with a solid base hit. Great job of hitting with an 0-2 count, and the Cardinals have a base runner here in the top of the first in this non-conference contest against the Lakeside Rams. Running through the rest of the lineup for the Cardinals as Logan Robertson, the starting pitcher, steps in. Now he's in the batter box after getting signs from third base coach and head coach Troy Keith. We mentioned Branch batting cleanup as there's a swing and a miss by Robertson on the first pitch. It got away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Smith to get on down to second base and into scoring position. So here early on, a scoring opportunity for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Trip O'Hara will bat fifth for the Camden Fairview. He's playing first base for them. Jeffrey Neal, the designated hitter, will bat sixth. Carson McKinney, the catcher, will bat seventh. As Robertson grounds one through second and third, it's out to the left fielder. They will hold the runner up at third. Solid base hit for Robertson, and that's got the Cardinals with runners at first and third at the corners with only one out here in the top of the first. They'll get a courtesy runner in for the catcher, the pitcher Robertson. Aaron Alsobrook, number 20, heads over to first base. Brings Branch in up to the plate, moves Trip O'Hara into the hole. So Branch, coming off a knee injury in football, looks like he's able to operate here most of the way. The Lakeside Rams will cut off a throw to second on an outside pitch, I thought. Well, scoreboard says strike. The umpire made the strong call with the strike, even though the pitch, from my vantage point, way over here on the sideline, first base side, looked a little low. Runners at second and third now with one out. 0-1 pitch about to be delivered to Gunnar Branch. On its way, Branch swings and misses, and that'll put him in an 0-2 count. Ballard trying to work out of some early trouble for the Lakeside Rams for Hot Springs Lakeside. As we welcome everybody to baseball season. Cardinals come in 1-0. We believe Lakeside is 2-0. Battle of two pretty good teams here early on in the season. Pitch taken on the outside by Branch. Gunnar has shown a pretty good eye throughout his baseball career. Now as a senior, started getting a lot of playing time as a freshman. Pretty much been a starter since his sophomore year, I believe. And played a lot of summertime baseball with Arkansas Pulpwood, and he has drawn a lot of walks through all those. Now we've got a ball in the dirt, bounces away from everybody, gets away from the catcher, and nobody able to advance on it. Looked like it hit the umpire, in fact. He's back there limping. Even though the ball got away, runner on third did not go, and Robertson had to retreat back to second in the process. Branch now all even at 2-2 in the count. Waits the next pitcher from Belliard. Kick fired, delivered, ground ball up the center. Gonna get by the shortstop. Took a funny hop. That should score two. Robertson's courtesy runner, as that is not Robertson, comes around. That's Aaron Alsobrook, and Camden Fairview on top here early, 2-0 with a 2 RBI single by Gunnar Branch. Great piece of hitting there. Found a pitch he could handle, put it right through the infield. I'm way over on the first base side, but the shortstop was charging hard over to the third base line and suddenly hit the brakes, tried to come back, and slipped and wasn't able to make a play on that ball. But that'll bring Trip O'Hara to the plate with one on. Cardinals already leading 2-0. O'Hara's first pitch is in low. That'll go for a ball. Put him in ahead in the count. It's actually the first time Belliard has been able to get ahead in the count against any of these Cardinal hitters. It didn't slow Robertson or Branch down, as they were able to still get base hits despite being behind in the count. Next pitch is in for a strike, low and away from O'Hara. He laid off of it, but called a strike. Breaking ball on the outside. Jeffrey Neal, the designated hitter, waits on deck. 1-1 pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. O'Hara lays off of it. Branch doesn't try to advance from third base. Gunnar Branch has spent a lot of his career playing pitcher, maybe some catcher. Those positions are allowed courtesy runners in Arkansas high school baseball, but not when Branch is playing one of those positions. He's playing third today, and he's definitely running for himself. Next pitch catches the low and outside corner again, and that will even the count up at 2-2. One away here, top of the first. Cardinals are already on top, 2-0, on a 2 RBI base hit by Gunnar Branch. Trip O'Hara trying to do something with Branch on first. 2-2 pitch on the way. It's low. Gets away from the catcher momentarily, and that's all Branch needs. He's going to skip down to second base and get himself in scoring position. Alert base running by the senior there. We were just talking about how adept Branch is out on the base pass. O'Hara now with a runner in scoring position and a 3-2 count to work with. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Cardinals, who already lead 2-0 here in the top of the first. Pitch on the way. O'Hara reaches out for it, fouls it straight back. That one looked like it might have even got to the parking lot way up at the hill here at Lakeside. Pretty good crowd on an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball. As, again, both of these teams expecting big years. Lakeside always has high expectations year in and year out, and the Cardinals know they're loaded with a lot of upperclassmen, nice deep pitching staff. O'Hara pops one out to the first base side. I'm blocked by the first base dugout. Can't see if it got over the fence. Apparently it did, because O'Hara's picked up his bat and he's headed back to home plate to take another hack at it. Count will remain 3-2. Peyton Belliard has not pitched badly at all, even though he's already down 2-0. We mentioned he's gotten ahead on just about every batter until O'Hara. But Logan Robertson and Gunnar Branch still able to come through with base hits despite that. O'Hara fouls another one off. This one should get well beyond the first base fence once again, even though, once again, I am blocked from seeing that. I'm set up right beside the visitor dugout for my broadcasting position today. So glad you could join us. You know, we wouldn't interrupt Drive Time Sports for very much at all, ladies and gentlemen, but we will interrupt it for some of our local high school baseball and softball. Got a ton of games to get in a short period of time as O'Hara fouls yet another pitch back. He's already up to 9 or 10 pitches on this at-bat alone. It's the 5th batter for Belliard to face, so he's already up there getting in up to a pitch count. Old veteran coach Greg Harris, who coached at Camden Fairview for several years, now at Huntsville, told me a long time ago, you get over 15 pitches in one inning and a pitcher is usually hurting. Now got a solid base hit straight up the middle, right dead center out to middle field, right center field. Will bring in Branch. He will score from second base, and Trip O'Hara comes through with an RBI single on a marathon at bat. Great job by O'Hara, scores Branch, and the Cardinals are now up 3-0. That'll bring Jeffrey Neal up to the plate. Playing designated hitter today, Carson McKinney will move to the on-deck circle. Catcher for the Camden Fairview Cardinals, checking out what Peyton Ballard's going to bring. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, bounced off of his knee pads, it looked like, and O'Hara going to scoot down to second base on the ball in the dirt. Just one man's opinion. I've always thought, you know, you had pass balls, wild pitches, and I always thought, you know, you should have another category for just balls in the dirt. Sometimes the pitcher just throws it down there. Might even be a strike, but pops out of the catcher's glove. It's right there around his knees or rolls in front of him to his side, something like that. Playing catcher is just tough. Neal takes a big hack on the 1-0 pitch he sees and fouls it straight back. Just missed that one, as that will run the count to 1-1. There's still only one out here in the top of the first inning. Cardinals on top 3-0. As the next pitch comes in, ground ball to the second baseman. He'll go to the first for the sure out. O'Hara will advance to third on the play, so basically a fielder's choice. No, I'm sorry, I don't know, I guess that, don't necessarily know that will go down as a sacrifice. 4-3 is the put out for Neal, and that will bring up Carson McKinney to the plate. Batting left-handed, McKinney waits on the first pitch from Belliard. Here it comes, foul ball right over to the Lakeside coaching staff. Kevin Fain moves to the on-deck circle. Richard Clardy is in the hole for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Clardy is playing shortstop for the Cardinals, while Fain is playing right field. Michael Sewell, who is playing left field, was just hit 4 by designated hitter Jeffrey Neal. Next pitch low and away outside for a ball. That's going to even the count up at 1-1. As we mentioned, 2 away. Lakeside just trying to get out of this inning without any other damage. They've already given up 3. McKinney waiting at the plate. Balliard into the windup. Strike called on the pitch. And that will bring the count to, I'm sorry, that's a ball. 2-1 is our count. Camden Fairview's already got 1 win over a traditionally tough team who plays in 5A right now, I believe, Whitehall. McKinney fouls that one off. It'll even the count up at 2-2. Gives us our deuces wild count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. The good news is if McKinney gets a hit, he's going to drive in another run for the Cardinals, as O'Hara is at third base. Here's the pitch, fouled off. McKinney's going to make Belliard continue to work for this one. Belliard way over 24 pitches probably in this first inning. And that could be very laborious here early on in the season. I know the Cardinals, 29 pitches for Belliard. Next pitch comes in to McKinney, ground ball to the third baseman. He backhands it, throws across the diamond, off the bag, and they missed the tag. First baseman came off the bag towards first base to try to make the tag. He reached out, and McKinney did a great job going around him, not only going around him, but keeping himself in the baseline. That's going to go down as an error on somebody. Don't know who the official scorekeeper is going to give it to, but more than likely will go to the first baseman. And that's going to put the Cardinals up, most importantly, 4-0 here in the top of the first. Solid piece of hitting by McKinney. He got around on it, hit it right down the line. Third baseman was playing the line, able to backhand it, field it cleanly, fired across the diamond. Now we've got a conference by the 2 umpires. Home plate umpire comes out to talk to the infield umpire. As Scotty Carmody is actually over on third base and talking about, he was saying something to head coach Troy Keith. So now the umpires break up the conference, make a safe call, and everybody will return to their position, well, except for the Lakeside head coach. He's going to come out and talk something over. Apparently he appealed to the home plate umpire. Wolf, do we know exactly what Lakeside is contesting?
Well, we can speculate. I believe they're debating that he ran out of the baseline, and that the throw took the first baseman off the base, down the baseline. Carson sidestepped him inside. He did not go outside.
Right.
But the debate there, I think, is whether he stepped out of the baseline or not. The home plate umpire is currently talking to the coach.
Well, it's certainly for anybody who's listening to us on the radio and wasn't able to see any video of it, it's not like he ran 3 or 4 feet inside or anything like that.
Right.
He easily stayed pretty much in line, so I could see why they called him safe. That's going to bring up Kevin Fain, the right fielder for Camden Fairview. Left-hander comes in, has it popped up over in foul territory. It's going to stay in play, however, and the third baseman's going to make the catch. So P5 will be the third out of the inning, but not before the Cardinals push 4 across, and they will head to the bottom of the first with a big lead. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball right here on Fox Sports Camden, 97.1 and the Camden Fairview Sports Network.
Firm Fit luxury vinyl flooring.
I don't know. Do y'all have a name for your
Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball?
Okay.
And live fully without having to worry about small messes. Firm Fit flooring is indistinguishable from real wood or tile.
I'm tired.
And is 100% waterproof.
Already, huh?
Tri-County Custom Flooring in Camden is your authorized
Say
Firm
worn
Fit
out,
dealer.
and we just
For all
started
of
the
your
game.
kitchen and bath or remodel needs, call Jim Crutchfield at Tri-County Custom Flooring for a personal quote today. Dial 870-833-1650.
Why do accidents happen fast, but claims move slow? If you're questioning your choices in auto coverage, get real answers from a real person. With a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Ouachita County, call 870-836-6491 to speak to a local agent.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball plays here.
That other camera
Camden
working, we'd
Sports
be in good
Station,
shape.
Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back in Hot Springs, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals are taking on the Hot Springs Lakeside Rams, and currently have a 4-0 lead after a half inning of play, headed to the bottom of the first. Rams coming to at bat. Logan Robertson will take the mound for the Camden Fairview Cardinals here today. He's already got a save on the season as he pitched against Whitehall the last 2 innings. Gave up 1 hit, 1 run on 2 walks, struck out 5 in just 2 innings of play. So Robertson getting his first start of the season after the Cardinals had a couple of games rained out early part of last week. Looked like Coach Troy Keith just trying to get a lot of players into the game. Gunnar Branch, Jeffrey Neal all pitched against Lakeside.
Well, they had to. They pitched a lot of pitches, Kelly, and it was one of those things. Jeffrey, I think, had somewhere in about 72, and Gunnar up in about 70 as well. And Logan came in. He ended up being the winning pitcher and struck out Cam Robinson to finish the game. So it was a good job by all 3 pitchers.
Absolutely, as Robertson starts off with a fastball in the dirt. That will put the leadoff batter, Brennan Browning, for Lakeside. He's their center fielder, ahead in the count, 1-0. Robertson now, kick fires, delivers, pop up, headed out to center field. No, call it right field. The Camden Fairview Cardinals are there. That's Kevin Fain, makes the catch, and F9 will retire the first Lakeside batter.
Kevin getting his first start in the field. He batted in the game, drew a walk, a big walk that ended up leading to a run, and that's when the Cardinals got moving in the top half of the 7th at Whitehall, but he's got the start today in right field.
Chase Tile now will come to the plate, catcher for Lakeside. His name is spelled T-I-H-L-E, but I'm going to assume, as dangerous as that word, is T-T-L-E? Okay. Tittle. So there we go. Robertson with a 1-0 count fires a fastball in right around belt high, right down the middle. Gets strike 1 called on Tittle on that one. Peyton Belliard, the pitcher, due up next for the Rams. Robertson, kick fires, delivers, gets a long fly ball out to left field. It will fall in front of the left fielder, Michael Sewell. He'll get it in quickly, but there is a base hit with 1 out for the Lakeside Rams to give them their first base runner of the night. That'll bring Belliard to the plate. Wearing number 4, he's pitching for Lakeside today. Ethan Cavella will move to the on-deck circle for the Rams.
Just a little bloop single over the shortstop. Fought the pitch off and stands on first base.
So Belliard already behind 4-0 on the scoreboard.
Good pitch.
Would love to try to get some runs for Lakeside here. Takes a big hack at the first pitch he sees from Robertson and can't catch up with it to fall behind in the count. Next pitch by Robertson in the dirt. That's going to allow the runner to head out to
he's
second,
out.
but they threw him out. Carson McKinney with an absolute bullet pass, throw. And great job by Carson McKinney. 2-6 will be the putout.
Ball did not get too far away from Carson. It just got under his feet. He couldn't see it. The runner took off thinking he had the base stolen easily, but great job of getting up and making the throw down to second.
So 2 outs, nobody on base now for Lakeside as things change pretty quickly, and the curveball for Robertson stays up high. That will run the count to 2-1. Starting to get a little shadowy here in Garland County already as Robertson goes right back to work. Pop out. Foul ball will put him ahead in the count. No, that'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Robertson looking to try to get out of this one quickly with the Cardinals up 4-0. Kick fires, delivers, curveball, stays up high once again. That will run the count full against the pitcher, number 3 hitter for the Lakeside Rams, Peyton Belliard. Robertson working quickly, fires a fastball in, fouled off, straight back. Got a good crowd here, Jonathan. You know, it looks like people are ready to get out. You know, everybody's been cooped in all winter long with COVID-19 and, but, you know, snow and everything else. They're ready to get out and watch some spring sports. Pop up, out of play once again. Foul ball by Belliard, making Robertson try to work for this one.
Good battle right here. Logan's thrown a couple of curveballs to him, but they've hung and haven't fallen into the zone. Would not surprise me to see him try it again right here, though, after a couple of fouled-off fastballs.
Yeah, Belliard actually was a little late on that one, so Robertson may try to bust him in. There's another fastball out to right field, but caught once again. F9 is the putout in the scorebook, and the Rams are retired. Basically 1-2-3, even though there was a single in there. They erased the base runner with a great throw from McKinney down to second base. And that will send us to the second inning. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and the Camden Fairview Sports Network.
Do you want to experience college in a small campus atmosphere? SAU Tech can provide you with exactly that. Campus housing, student life, new transfer, and career designs, NJCAA basketball and softball, choir, cheer, and the Tech Scholars Program are all options for you. Call today and schedule a tour. www.sautech.edu or call 870-574-4558. That's www.sautech.edu or call 870-574-4558.
To rise is to increase, to grow, to reach a higher level. For over 100 years, Farmers Bank and Trust has been a staple partner in our communities, growing businesses and providing financial solutions to our friends and neighbors. We're excited for the future as we continue to grow and offer additional locations throughout southern Arkansas and northeast Texas. Farmers Bank and Trust, rising together. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back in Hot Springs where the Camden Fairview Cardinals come to the plate, looking to add to a 4-0 lead over the Hot Springs Lakeside Rams. They scored, 4 runs on 4 hits. There was an error and a lot of passed balls and balls in the dirt, which allowed Camden Fairview base runners to move up into scoring position in the first inning. Peyton Belliard back out on the mound for the Rams. He'll face the number 9 batter for Camden Fairview, Richard Clardy, trying to get off to a better start. Of course, the Cardinals would love to have another inning just like they had last time. And number 6 takes a ball on the first pitch he sees from Belliard.
Clardy was a big part of that victory last week. 2 hits, very big hit in the 7th inning. He fouls one off there back behind the backstop.
That'll even the count up at 1-1. We'll be back to the top of the lineup after Clardy with Martavius Thomas and Anthony Smith batting next. Interestingly enough, I don't know if I'm the only one that notices stuff like this, but Clardy's playing the number 6 position wearing number 6, and Thomas is wearing number 1 and batting leadoff.
There you go. Well,
I like symmetry.
You know, He works.
Clardy takes another ball on the last pitch, runs the count to 2-1. Belliard looks like he's working just a little slower this time. Not just painfully slow, but he's not quite in nearly as big of a hurry. Maybe calmed down a little bit after some nerves in the first inning. Next pitch is in the dirt, runs the count to 3-1.
35 pitches already here in the start of this game, and he's putting some wear on that arm here early.
Absolutely. Cardinals would love to get into that bullpen early as Clardy files the next one off. That will send the count full, 3-2.
Like the aggressiveness there from Clardy. He sitting on a 3-1 pitch, saw the fastball, just got underneath it just a little bit.
And the great thing about Clardy, with his speed, if he does get on base, that's just an extra leadoff batter. Next pitch, lifted high out to right field, blocked. Can't see whether it will be caught or anything. They say foul ball, so we'll go with the folks who are able to see. And that will send Clardy back to home plate to redo the full count.
Folks, we've got 2 cameras going. We don't have right field right now. We apologize. Our setup has just been a challenge today, but we're doing our best. But, of course, we're trying our best to bring you the game, too. 4-0, Cardinals leading.
Hey, when did you ever think you'd see a time when you could tune into a high school game, listen to it on the radio, watch it on YouTube and everything, as Clardy calls a called strike 3. That will retire him. First strikeout of the day for Belliard.
That one is across the letters. They got the call, Belliard did, but tough call to take. That brings us back to the top of the order.
Martavius Thomas will step in for the Cardinals, batting left-handed. Belliard, the right-hander, looking in. You know, Belliard, you'd have to say, has been throwing strikes, even though the pitch count has gotten way up there and everything, as Thomas takes a major league swing at that one. He was trying to put that one in Pulaski County.
Now 39 pitches, 28 strikes. So he has thrown strikes. A lot of foul balls.
Yeah, Cardinals have just been right there. You know, even when he threw strikes against Robertson and Gunner Branch, they just put him in play. Trip O'Hara got a hit. Cardinals racked off 4 straight hits between Anthony Smith, Robertson, Branch, and O'Hara. Next pitch was in for a ball, evens the count up at 1-1, 1 away here in the top of the second. Cardinals looking to try to add to a 4-0 lead against Lakeside. Curve ball is in there for a strike.
That was a good pitch right there. Started just a little bit outside the zone, fell across the plate.
A little slurve action almost, I guess, right? Runs the count to, well, they got 3-1 up on the board. I think somebody hit the wrong button. Now they're correcting it. Next pitch comes in, fouled off by Thomas. Will keep him alive in this at-bat. It is a 1-2 count.
Cardinals, 4 hits already in this ball game. Almost matched the total from their game on Thursday, 6 hits in the Whitehall game. Definitely like seeing that early contact.
Most important thing is getting some base runners, whether you get on with drawing a base on balls, even an error, even though that's not exactly what you're looking for, but you'll certainly take that in high school baseball. Next pitch rolls away from the catcher, evens the count up at 2-2. Lee Anthony Smith waits on deck for the Redbirds. Belliard gets his sign, kick fires and delivers. Popped up by Thomas on this one. It's in foul territory. Third baseman can't get to it. It was right over his shoulder and he couldn't find it. Left fielder couldn't get in time, and Thomas has new life once again. We'll keep the count at 2-2. Interesting mix of some younger players and some seniors here on this team for the Camden Fairview Cardinals this year as well, John.
Oh, we've got a good balance. 8 seniors. I believe it's like 6 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 6 freshmen.
Thomas, just a sophomore, takes another hack at this one, fouls it straight back. Found a lot of success out on the football field this year. Came in and gave the Cardinals a spark at the end of the season, got on a little bit of a roll, and definitely has what seems to be that next level speed. I mean, he looks like he makes fast guys look slow. As the 2-2 pitch is on the way, Fly ball out to right center field. Center fielder comes over, plants under it, and makes the catch. That will retire Thomas.
Thomas saw a curveball there, did a good job of keeping his hands back just out in front of it, just a little, got underneath it. But you're right, Thomas, true athlete, and defensively extremely good, and has a good eye, gets on base. Catalyst at the top of the lineup.
And that will bring Leanthony Smith, second baseman, to the plate. He got things going for the Cardinals in the last inning with a base hit. Takes first pitch outside for a ball.
Smith, a transfer in this year from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Next pitch comes in high for a ball.
That's right, he came home. He played with these seniors several years ago.
He was 0 for 3 against Whitehall the other day, but did draw a walk. He's already got a base hit now here. Takes the next pitch in for a strike. That'll run the count to 2-1. So Peyton Balliard, comes in and settles down for Lakeside after giving up the 4 spot in the last inning. Gets another strike called against Smith. That will run the count to 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Cardinals would like to add to this 4-0 lead, but they got a lot of work to do in order to accomplish that. Swing and a miss by Smith. He'll go down on strikes. 1-2-3 inning for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. And we'll head to the bottom of the second, where Camden Fairview will pitch it and play defense and see if they can hang on to this 4-0 lead. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and the Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball Sports Network.
Car dealerships are not the same. Hi, Jim Golden with Jim Golden Ford Lincoln in Camden. The difference is we consider our customers part of our family, and families take care of each other. There's no such thing as an unhappy customer when you do business with us. And if you have a problem, we have a problem, and we're going to fix it. That's just how we do business at Jim Golden Ford Lincoln. Come see what it's like to buy from family. I'm Jim Golden, and I'll guarantee you'll like it. Come see for yourself why we say at Jim Golden Ford Lincoln in Camden, where the dealer makes the difference.
Silver Oaks Health and Rehabilitation recognizes that visiting with friends and family is important to the health and well-being of our patients and residents. We are pleased to announce that Silver Oaks has met the requirements to allow visitation. The guidelines for visitation established by the Arkansas Department of Health will be strictly enforced. Visitors will be screened prior to each visit. Wear a mask at all times and sanitize hands when entering and exiting. Call us Sheena at 836-6831 to schedule an appointment to visit your loved one.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals hold a 4-0 lead over the Lakeside Rams. Heading into the bottom of the second inning, Cardinals hit the field to play defense. Logan Robertson out for another inning of work. See if they can hang on to their big advantage here. Want to welcome everybody who's listening in on Radio Work Sports, Fox Sports Camden 97.1. And we are sure proud, pleased as punch, quite honestly, to be joined in with the Camden Fairview Sports Network, bringing this game to you video-wise on YouTube. So if you're in the position where you can get to a computer, pull it up on your phone, go check out a little video to go with your radio audio here as the next pitch, or first pitch to Ethan Cavella goes in, and I think that hit the bat, did it not?
It did. That was a foul ball. He ducked, but he forgot to drop that bat.
Yep, had the bat stuck out. And he knew it, too. You could see the look on his face. I can't believe I did that. Swing and a miss at the next pitch will put him in a hole 0-2 here early on.
Logan finally found the grip on the curveball. That one was a beaut. Started in the zone, fell out, and he swung right over the top.
I heard Coach Keith in between innings say, hey, loosen your grip. Loose grip, loose grip. And apparently that was the key right there as the next pitch fouled off.
He comes back with a fastball, and the batter was already behind it. He was looking for that curveball again. Barely got a piece.
So now Robertson looking in for a sign, shakes a couple off. McKinney goes through another set. And we've got what we want. Pitch coming in, bounce past the mound right to the shortstop. Clardy is up with it, fires it over to O'Hara. 6-3 will be the putout, and there's one away for the Cardinals in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring Andrew Cox up to the plate. Third baseman for Lakeside, the designated hitter Harrison Barrymore, due up next for the Rams. He'll definitely see action if anybody can reach Will Ross. The left fielder will come to the plate. Fastball for Robertson in there for a strike on the first pitch to Cox, however. And Logan doing a good job getting ahead of these Lakeside hitters. Next pitch quickly in. It's a ground ball right to the second baseman. Bobbles it. Does not make a throw, however. That one will go down as an E4 as it was right there, but I think LeAnthony Smith, we said newcomer into Camden Fairview, I think his eyes lit up, said, boy, here's a chance to, make a good play, but took his eyes off the ball for just a second.
That's a play you got to have in a ball game that you're ahead on the road. Oh.
That'll bring Harrison Barrymore up to the plate. First pitch to him bounces away from the catcher. So not only is the pitch a ball, but it will allow the base runner, Andrew Cox, to scoot on over to second base. Runner in scoring position for the Rams now. Cardinals lead 4-0, but they would much rather keep that lead right there at 4-0. Next pitch by Robertson in, fouled off the plate into third base territory to even the count up at 1-1. One away here in the bottom of the second. Robertson gave up one hit back in the first, but that runner was erased by McKinney throwing out a young man trying to advance on a ball in the dirt. Ball did not roll away from McKinney, and with his strong arm, he was able to gun him out. Next pitch is right in there, but called a ball. Will run the count to 2-1. That one popped the mitt pretty good, but apparently was just a little bit inside. Robertson working quickly, now gives up a ground ball right to the shortstop. He'll field it, fire across the diamond to the first baseman. Another 6-3 play will give the Cardinals 2 outs. It will allow the base runner to get over to third base, and only 90 feet away from giving Lakeside their first run of the day. Fielder's choice allows Cox to advance over. Next pitch for Robertson into Will Ross is high for a ball, puts Ross ahead in the count. Ethan Rogers, the first baseman for Lakeside, moves to the on-deck circle. Robertson working quickly, fires another fastball in there.
Important for the sophomore McKinney to be a wall behind the plate right there. That ball low in the dirt. Did a good job of blocking it.
Count is 2-0 as Robertson kick fires and delivers. Now gives up a long fly ball out to left field. It's going. It's going to go all the way to the wall. One hopper off the 10 will be a stand-up double for Will Ross and will drive in the first run of the day for Hot Springs Lakeside. It will score Andrew Cox from third. And so Lakeside pulls within 4-1, pulls within 3 runs on that swing of the bat. It'll bring Ethan Rogers, the first baseman, to the plate. Brock Prince will move to the on-deck circle for the Rams. Still a runner in scoring position for Robertson. His next pitch is in there for a strike. Robertson's been throwing strikes. He's gotten 3 ground balls in this inning, 2 of which were plays were made on for 2 outs. And then gave up the big hit right there, long fly ball.
Good pitch.
As that next pitch, curveball is in there for a strike. Now Robertson way ahead in the count, 0-2.
He can go whichever way he wants to now. That was a great curveball. His fastball's looking pretty good.
Number 8 batter in Lakeside's lineup. I don't know if that means much for the Rams. They're traditionally pretty tough, 1 through 9. He fouls this next pitch off, Rogers does, to keep it at a 0-2 count. Really good crowd here as a lot of folks from Lakeside showed up to watch their team in action. Got a good crowd from Camden Fairview here as well. Robertson checks the runner at second base. Now comes home with a curveball. That one must have been just inside his. It'll run the count to 1-2. Everyone kind of wondering where that particular pitch was. But Ethan Rogers is still alive. And all you can do as the starting pitcher is shake that one off and go back to work. Robertson comes set, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there, popped up. First base side. O'Hara giving chase, but it's out of my vantage point, but I'm sure it was headed out of play. They're getting ready to throw more pitches, so apparently that did get out of play. Leaves the count at 1-2. Beautiful facilities here at Lakeside as well. We're going to have to get the lights turned on here pretty quick,
Good
however.
pick.
Next pitch in the dirt, blocked by McKinney, runs the count to 2-2. So the Rams looking for another swing of the bat that will cut this lead in half for the Cardinals. Cardinals looking for that pitch that will get them back in the dugout, and there's a timeout called by the Lakeside hitter. Guess he thought Robertson and McKinney taking a little too long to get signs down. Robertson has a sign quickly on this one. Checks the runner, and here's the pitch. Ground ball headed towards third base. It is foul. Branch was right over there to cover the line, but it was way in foul territory. And we'll do it again.
I'll tell you something else is going to happen here as that sunshine goes down. It gets cool. We did experience that Thursday, and it's already starting here today.
I tell you, I have froze my butt off at more baseball games in Arkansas than I ever have football. As Robertson throws another pitch in there, tipped away, that will keep it at a 2-2 count.
Setting him up for the curveball right there, fastball up. See if he doesn't come back and try to hook him. Just don't hang it. That's what you can't do right here.
So foul ball recovered. Robertson looks in, shakes off at least a couple of signs. Now comes set, ready to go. Here's the pitch. Fastball tipped away once again as he went right after him on that particular one. And Robertson actually shaking his head a little bit, saying, wow, I thought I might have got him with that one, but he was ready for it. So Robertson looks in, gets his sign once again, checks the runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Ground ball snagged by O'Hara at first base, and Trip O'Hara just saved a run on that one. UA3 will be this how it goes down in the scorebook. O'Hara laid out, snagged that ball down the first base line, and was able to get up and touch the bag long before the runner could ever get over there. Like we said, that's going to protect a 3-1 lead for the Camden Fairview Cardinals, and will send us to a commercial break where you're listening to Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and the Camden Fairview YouTube Sports Network.
Stranded, alone in the wilderness, an outdoor accident, scarce food resources, lack of shelter. Avoid these problems and listen to the Washita Bushcraft and Survival Podcast. It is the place to go for tips and tricks when it comes to staying alive in the great outdoors. With notable guests like Cody Lundeen and a knowledgeable host, you are sure to stay entertained and informed. Host Steve Stillwell is a former police officer, military veteran, sports writer, and freelance journalist who actively enjoys hunting, hiking, fishing, and bushcrafting in various outdoor settings. His motto is, the more you know, the further you can go. And who knows, you might just find yourself in a similar situation as Steve and his guests. You can find the Washita Bushcraft and Survival Show wherever you stream podcasts. Like it on Facebook under the Washita Podcasts, or visit the website, thewashitapodcasts.com, where you will find a variety of shows for every interest.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where Peyton Ballard back out for another inning of work. Camden Fairview on top, 4-1. And let's see, Logan Robertson will lead things off for the Camden Fairview Cardinals in this one. Gunnar Branch due up after that. Trip O'Hara coming to the plate in this inning. Got a long fly ball out to left field where Will Ross will make the catch for the Hot Springs Lakeside Rams. And there's one away for Lakeside here in the top of the third. Branch had a hit in the last inning. Back in the first inning. Coming up for his second at-bat. Playing third base here today. Fouls one off to get behind in the count. 0-1. Belliard just looking more and more comfortable for the Lakeside Rams the longer we go in this contest. Next pitch into Branch, low, and that will go for a ball, evens the count up at 1-1. As the sun is starting to go down here in Garland County, most of the shadows have disappeared and the lights are coming on here at the Rams baseball field. Next pitch is outside for a ball, runs the count to 2-1 for Gunnar Branch. He got a single back in the first inning, advanced to second on a passed ball, kind of a ball in the dirt. Got over to third. Let's see, I believe on a base hit by O'Hara. No, O'Hara's hit brought him in. Branch fouls another one off, falls behind in the count, or evens the count 2-2. Belliard looks in, gets his sign. Belliard came back and had a much better inning after giving up 4 in the first. This one's popped up, headed right over close to our position. First baseman comes in and makes the catch for Lakeside.
Good job.
You got your glove, Wolf? I thought you were going to have to get that one.
I was just hoping this tent was going to hold it up. I was more worried about the camera.
Yeah, there you go. Wouldn't that be the luck, you know?
Nah, it'll be all right.
9,000 square feet out here, and it could land right there where it hit both of those cameras at the same time. As O'Hara pops this one up and out of play, puts him behind in the count. 0-1 to start his second at-bat. We mentioned O'Hara had a single back in the first inning and came around and scored. Jeffrey Neal comes to the on-deck circle, the designated hitter for the Cardinals. Again, Belliard looking a whole lot better. Now gives up another base hit to O'Hara, however.
I'm going to say Tripp's looking good right now. He's swinging the bat very well with confidence and just drove that through the hole between second and third. And a beautiful hit right there.
Making a strong case for player of the game, no doubt, because he saved a run well playing defense in the last half inning as well. We'll bring Jeffrey Neal to the plate. Designated hitter grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. Takes a big hack at this one and comes up short, so that will put him behind in the count 0-1. Carson McKinney moves to the on-deck circle, the catcher for the Cardinals. Jeffrey Neal does not get cheated on his swings, we'll put it that way. It's 3-10 down the lines here at Lakeside as he fouls the next pitch off. 365 in dead center field, and it's one of those goes up another 15 feet right there in center field as well, right where the flags are. So Neal behind 0-2 in the count, trying to keep this inning going with one runner on, 2 outs, top of the third. Cardinals trying to add to a 3-run lead. Dribbler out in front of the plate. Catcher has it, throws it over to first base where the second baseman covers, and that will do it for the Cardinals. Carson McKinney will have to wait and lead off the next inning for Camden Fairview. And we'll head to the bottom of the third. Camden Fairview still leading 4-1. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Radio Work Sports and the Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball Sports Network.
You're listening to Arkansas Pulpwood Baseball on KAMD, Fox Sports Camden 97.1. And for all your investing needs, call Beth Smith with Edward Jones at 836-0165.
Do you need a new pharmacy? Then let Morrison's help. Transferring your prescription is easy at Morrison's Pharmacy because they're not just a pharmacy, they're a family. 2 locations to serve you, so call today. 1286 Highway 4 Bypass in Camden. You can call 836-8132. Also located in the Washita Valley Family Clinic, 353 Cash Road. Call 836-2727. Drive-through available at both locations. Remember, transferring your prescription is easy, so come on over to Morrison's Pharmacy today.
If a tree falls in the forest and Arkansas Pulpwood is not there to hear it, what sound is missing? It's the cha-ching in your bank account. Call the timber experts today and let Arkansas Pulpwood help you hear what you might have missed. Call Arkansas Pulpwood at 231-6405 for a free estimate. John Dawson III and his staff can help you with appraisals, financial analysis, management plans, site prep and reforestation, or timber cruising, marketing, and marking. Call Arkansas Pulpwood today, 231-6405.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside High School, where Camden Fairview leads the Lakeside Rams 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Logan Robertson back out for another inning of work for the Cardinals. We had a legal ID in there that said you're listening to Arkansas Pulpwood Baseball. Of course, we also heard a commercial from Arkansas Pulpwood, one of our great sponsors at Radio Works Sports. Proud to join up with the Camden Fairview Cardinal Sports Network, bringing the game to you on YouTube as well today, as Robertson working quickly. Gives up a foul ball on that pitch, and that's going to even the count up at 1-1.
Robertson up to 38 pitches now, 26 strikes. He's pitching efficiently.
Yep, that's not a bad count at all to be going into the third inning. Next pitch is up high, runs the count to 2-1. Here early on, I would wonder what kind of pitch count Coach Troy Keith has the players on. You're probably not going to see them go out and try to throw 80, 95 pitches, anything like that.
Well, you got conference game tomorrow, Warren coming to Camden. And, oh, good curve. And you want to make sure you've got your pitchers in place, so we'll see how long he takes Logan here.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head who we have Friday after that. Watson Chapel. So, 2-2 pitch about to be delivered by Robertson is called. Strike 3 looking by Brock Prince, number 9 batter by Hot Springs Lakeside. So that will retire the first batter for Robertson. That's his first strikeout of the game as well. Robertson's only given up a pair of hits. No walks as of yet. I hope I don't jinx him by saying that. He does start off the next batter, which is the leadoff batter, Brennan Browning, with a ball. Chase Tittle due up next. Robertson winds up, fires in. Looked like Browning might actually had ideas of trying to bunt that one. He was getting ready to.
And now was one and the same. He bunted for it like he was doing like a slap bunt a left-hander would do, and the umpire said he didn't go around.
Yeah, Camden Fairview coaches are out. Camden Fairview coaches are out. Both, questioning that one, as you said, Jonathan. The batter, even I made it the call. Play-by-play here, was leaned way out on that one like he was trying to bunt it, but they said it was inside and called it a ball. Next pitch is inside. Batter turns away from it, and that's going to run the count to 3-0. Next pitch is right there for a strike. Batter almost thought it was a little outside. He started to throw his bat and then held on to it. Runs the count to 3-1, and Robertson's working quickly.
Good pitch.
Fires another one right in there. Strike 2. Batter did throw his bat away on that one.
That one looked like it was even better than the one before.
So both batters, pitchers, and coaches are all wondering where the strike zone is at this point. Robertson
Got
fires
him.
another one in.
Oh, goodness.
They're going to call this one a ball, so before it's all said and done, it's going to end up being a base on balls. First one issued by Robertson here today.
That ball a little bit inside, I guess, of the plate, but not missing by much.
Brings Chase Tittle up to the plate. Now, he did get a hit back in the first inning with just one out, but his courtesy runner was then thrown out trying to advance to second on a ball in the dirt. Tittle 1-1 on the day. The pitcher, Peyton Billiard, moves to the on-deck circle for the Rams. Robertson working quickly, has this pitch fouled off. What do we got, 1-1?
1-1.
Scoreboard operator's a little confused. I knew we had two pitches at this point. As Robertson looks in for his sign, checks the runner at first, over his shoulder. Continues to check the runner, now comes to the plate. This one comes in low. It gets away from McKinney. And now, well, the runner at first will easily get on to second base. Carson McKinney, bless his heart, just could not find that ball anywhere. Coaches, you may have heard over our microphones from the dugout screaming in the front, meaning it was right there around the plate, and he was looking behind him. Next pitch in for a strike. I believe that'll run the count to 1-2. And Robertson trying to work out of some early trouble here. It's 2-2. With a runner at second, one away. Robertson fires the next pitch in the dirt, bounces away from the catcher once again. The runner on second will advance over to third base now.
This inning starting to snowball on us. The third inning snowballed on us over at Whitehall. And going to have to regroup here. Browning now down at third base.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to hang on to a 3-run lead, but Lakeside's got a runner only 90 feet away. There's a base hit straight up the middle. That will easily score the runner at third. Solid piece of hitting by Tittle for Lakeside. RBI single for him right out to center field, and that will cut the Cardinal lead down to 4-2 here in the bottom of the third. Lakeside will get their courtesy runner into the game once again. And
their courtesy runner is a big guy.
Yeah, that's like a linebacker.
I'm telling you, that guy's pretty big.
He might be a running back for the football team with that kind of size, but you got to figure if he's in for courtesy runner, he's got some speed. Belliard, starting pitcher for Lakeside, takes one for a ball. Robertson has a big sigh, climbs back up on the hill, says, got to go to work here. Next pitch, in for a ball.
Boy, he misses high, he misses low, but at some point that umpire's got to give him a call.
Runs the count to 2-0. Robertson now looks in, gets his next sign, checks the runner over first. Now he's going to go to first. O'Hara applies the tag, but the runner's back safe. We mentioned the very large, very athletic-looking base runner. He did get thrown out trying to steal second in the first inning, so maybe that'll keep him a little more close and honest over there. Next pitch high for Robertson, runs the count to 3-0 to the number 3 hitter for Lakeside, Peyton Belliard, their starting pitcher. Ethan Cavella waiting on deck. Robertson making his way through the lineup for the second time, checks over his shoulder, now comes to the plate. Pitch is inside, that'll go for ball 4. And Troy Keith is walking around outside of the dugout looking like he might take a stroll out there, and indeed he will. And that'll give us a chance to step away for a quick commercial break as you're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Fox Sports Camden and the Camden Fairview Sports Network.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
For all your insurance needs, call Nick Tupperville at 836-7880.
Since 1978, Andy's Restaurants have been providing Arkansas with quality food and outstanding customer service. Locally owned and operated, Andy's is a fast food restaurant with that hometown feeling. Their famous breakfast menu is made up of fresh baked biscuits alongside fresh cooked-to-order eggs with your choice of juicy sausage, bacon, ham, chicken, or steak biscuit sandwiches. Andy's patrons are sure to satisfy their craving by enjoying a hearty breakfast, a classic combo, or a home-style barbecue or catfish dinner. Andy stands by its motto, quality food cooked fresh at prices you can afford.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Lakeside, where Ethan Cavella comes to the plate for the next at-bat for the Rams. First pitch he sees is in the dirt for ball one. Got runners on first and second for the Rams. They've already cut the lead for Camden Fairview down to 4-2. Robertson trying to work out of a jam with only one out at this point. Next pitch is in, put in play out to the right field. They'll get it in quickly, and that's going to load them up as there's a single to move everybody up one base, and that'll juice the bags, as they say, for Robertson with only one out. Andrew Cox, the number 5 batter in the Lakeside lineup, coming to the plate. Robertson, as they say, going to have to get down, get mean, and get nasty. Reaches back, fires one in, fouled off of Andrew Cox's foot, it looked like. That will put Robertson ahead in the count. I'm sure Robertson, obviously, like any starting pitcher, would like to go as long and as far as he can, but he's not going to have the opportunity, the luxury of holding much back here in this situation. Checks the runner, comes in, gets a foul ball straight back off of this one. It bounced off the fence and out to first baseman Trip O'Hara. Now they will check the baseball since it ricocheted off the backstop. It is going to put the batter, Cox, in an 0-2 count, one away, but bases are loaded for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the third inning. They've got a 2-run lead they're trying to hang on to, but they've got 2 runners in scoring position and 3 on base total.
That was a really good pitch, Kelly, right there. It just didn't get him to bite, but that ball started right there in the zone, just fell to the dirt. Good job by McKinney to keep that in front of him.
Absolutely. Plus, Robertson had been pumping in some fastballs before that. Throws him the off speed, but batter able to lay off of it. Here's the next pitch. Ground ball down the line. They're going to say it's foul, just foul. Gunnar Branch was over there playing the line anyway, I believe. And so I would say it's a loud strike, but it didn't even go as a strike since there were already 2 strikes on there. We'll have to reset and redo the whole thing. 1-2 is our count, 1 away, bases loaded for Logan Robertson. Here's the pitch, ground ball up the middle, fielded by the second baseman. He'll go to first for 1 sure out. Another run will score for Lakeside, and now they've got a runner trying to advance to third and does so. And now they've got him picked off. And they were doubled up. A runner from second ran over to third. There was already a guy on third, and so they tagged him and got the call out. So that's it. Lakeside, with a base running error, will strand a couple of runners, at least 1 runner, and that will send the Cardinals to the top of the 4th, leading 4-3. And you're listening to the Camden Fairview Sports Network along with Fox Sports Camden 97.1 FM.
Do you feel the need to hide your smile? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Well, at Lad Dental, making smiles look pretty is our business. But that's not all. Lad Dental is for all ages. Bring in your kids and get them signed up in the No Cavities Club. And Lad Dental can accept most insurance. There's no reason to cover your smile. Call Lad Dental today for an appointment. Lad Dental, 435 West Washington Street. Call 836-8944.
Where do you turn to for advice? A spouse, a parent, a best friend? If your doctor isn't on your list, your health could be missing out. My name is Dr. Jericacia Smith. At First Choice Family Care, our concern is the health of your whole family. For a fresh approach to your health care, come see us at First Choice Family Care in Camden and see why we should be your first choice. Like us on Facebook and call 870-800-9002 for more information.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals lead 4-3, and will head to the plate to try to add to their one-run lead. Carson McKinney will lead things off here in the top of the fourth. Cardinals got off to a 4-0 start back in the first. Was able to hold the Lakeside Rams in the bottom of the first as McKinney takes a strike to lead off his at-bat. But gave up 1 run in the second, 2 runs in the last half inning to allow Lakeside to get back into this contest. 4-3. Gavin Fain waits on deck as McKinney takes a ball on his next pitch, evens the count up at 1-1. Rashard Clardy will also see an at-bat in this one, as now McKinney gets a base hit out to left field. Pretty good job of hitting by McKinney on that one. Got the inside pitch and able to nail it over to left field. He reached back in the first on an error, so I know he's glad to get on base in a more conventional way this time. Left-hander Gavin Fain steps in now. Belliard comes set on the mound. They'll immediately send the courtesy runner. He'll slide in second base safely. Ball got away from the shortstop.
Not courtesy. That's Carson.
That is Carson. My bad.
That's all right. He took off on first movement and was safe easily. The ball went to the center field, but Carson wasn't attempting to go further. Probably a smart decision right there.
Pitch was also a ball, so Fain is ahead in the count, 1-0. Belliard, long stare into his catcher, waiting for a pitch that he likes. Now he'll come set, checks the runner at second, and will deliver home. Swing and a miss by Fain.
I tell you, Gavin Fain is going to break loose. We were talking about it last week. Has been out of baseball just due to injury for several years. And
I was thinking to say, young man can't catch a break. Every time he'd get healthy, something else would break. And he spent 2 years in rehab just trying to get back to this point.
He's going to break loose, maybe right here.
Next pitch in the dirt. That'll allow McKinney to scoot on over to third base. So runner in scoring position in a big way for Gavin Fain. No outs here in the top of the fourth. Cardinals trying to add to a 1-0 lead. We mentioned Clardy is due up in this inning. He's moved to the on-deck circle. Martavius Thomas will bat next if the Cardinals can keep the inning going. Foul tip off by Fain will run the count to 2-2. On a pretty good night for baseball here. Glad everybody can join us here on Fox Sports Radio and the Cardinal YouTube Sports Network. As Belliard comes set, here's the pitch. Fain tries to hold off on it, can't do it. It's called a strike. Don't know if he went completely around or what, but nonetheless, it's called strike 3, and that will bring up the first out of the inning. Wolfman, if nobody else has told you by now, I just want to say I think this is a great thing y'all are doing with the video and everything, putting the games on YouTube for everybody, especially during a COVID-19 type of a season. A lot of people just not able to get out and get to the game, so I think this is a wonderful thing that the Camden Fairview Booster Club, they are the ones that are really making this happen.
They sure are. You're right about that.
Appreciate all their hard work as Clardy takes a strike. Can't hold up on the second pitch he sees. Ball way down low, and that's going to run the count to 0-2. Thomas due up next, leadoff batter for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Trying to add to a one-run lead. They've got a runner over in scoring position, Carson McKinney, just looking for an opportunity to come home. Ball in the dirt or anything like that. Now we got a ground ball up the middle to the shortstop. He'll go to first, so that will score a run. Boy, Clardy busted down the line, made it close, but 6-3 is the putout. That will bring Martavius Thomas to the plate, but
Cardinals play a little small ball, single, still a base. Wild pitch moves him over, and then a grounder, RBI grounder to shortstop. Gives him a run back. It's 5-3, excuse me.
5-3, like you said, the run scored, that is by far the biggest thing. And now Thomas, batting left-handed, takes a strike to start off his battle. Anthony Smith moves to the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. Cardinals would love to put up another big inning here like they did back in the first. Already 2 outs to work with now, though, and there's a ground ball right down the line. First baseman will take it himself. Good job of fielding by that young man. It was a hot shot, so not even the Speedy Thomas had a chance on that one. And that'll do it for the Cardinals, but not before they push one more across and push their lead to 5-3. You're listening to Radio Work Sports and Camden Fairview Sports Network on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.
Installing a new roof can be one of the largest investments you put into your home, and metal roofing is the best investment for your money. Medlin's Metal Roofing has the most current knowledge of metal roofing and materials, a wide range of colors and complete line of accessories, including styrofoam and fiberglass insulation, roll-up and commercial walk-through doors, purlins, and much more. Roofing panels are fabricated in Strong, Arkansas with same-day pickup or delivery. Medlin's Metal Roofing in El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia, Monticello, West Monroe, Ruston, and Bastrop. Online at MedlinMFG.com.
Hi, here are your 3 fish sandwiches. Have a supersonic day.
Thank you.
Is this Alaska pollock that we're eating?
Yes.
I know that Alaska is a very dangerous place.
Why?
First, the ostrich. Second, you mess with that ostrich.
It's Alaska, not Australia.
My man.
The fish sandwich, 100% Alaska pollock, topped with creamy tartar sauce.
Who was it?
brioche
Watching
bun,
Chapel
only
at
for a limited
Thursday
time
or Friday?
at Sonic.
Chapel
See menu
at-
for details for a limited time only at
At
participating
home?
Sonic drive-ins.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back in Hot Springs, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals lead the Lakeside Rams 5-3 here as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Camden Fairview got a run back in that last one after Lakeside scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd to get within 1. Want to invite everybody to tune in to the YouTube channel, Camden Fairview Sports Network YouTube channel tomorrow when Cardinals take on Warren at home, starting off conference action. They'll have Watson Chapel on Friday. No radio coverage for those, but certainly invite you to come on out and listen in on the Cardinal Network on YouTube for all your action. As pitch is in for a ball, leadoff batter for Carson McKinney, Harrison Barrymore, the designated hitter, number 6 hitter in the Rams lineup to start things off here. The next pitch is in high for ball 2. So Robertson looking to try to get a first strike here. Next pitch is in for a ball as well, and he's 1 pitch away from walking the leadoff batter here to start off the 4th frame. Robertson kick fires, delivers. That pitch right in there for a strike. Robertson's already up to 67 pitches as he delivers the next one in. This one goes inside, and it's a leadoff walk for Robertson here to start this fourth inning. Got in some trouble in the last inning and able to get out of it. Lakeside helped them out with a base running error. Will Ross, the left fielder, comes to the plate for Hot Springs Lakeside. Robertson starts him off with a strike. Ross had a big double, RBI double, back in the second inning. Gave the Rams their first run of the day. 0-1 pitch on the way. It's high for a ball, evens the count up at 1-1. One runner on, no outs here in the bottom of the fourth, as the Cardinals try to hang on to a 2-run lead. This pitch high for Robertson, runs the count to 2-1. And after doing such a good job getting ahead of all the hitters that he was facing in the first two innings, now Robertson falling behind the vast majority of them. Next pitch is in low, bounces in the dirt and away from the catcher. It'll allow the base runner to move up. That will get the coaching staff for Camden Fairview walking around outside the dugout a little bit. Runs the count to 3-1. Ross, as we said, dangerous hitter, had a double already today. Looks for another pitch that he can drive, and this one is in for a ball. Runs, I guess that was a strike. Runs count to 3-2.
Robertson at 72 pitches now.
Payoff pitch coming up for young Mr. Logan Robertson. Fouls this one off. The batter does, to keep it at a 3-2 count. I say young Mr. Robertson, it seems like he's a fifth-year senior out there because he's been playing as a freshman, but he's just a junior.
That's correct.
So Robertson steps back up on the mound, checks the runner, now comes to the plate. Long fly ball out to center field. Thomas giving chase, will make the catch. Runner at second will tag up.
Out.
Thomas fires it over there. Ball got to the third base area but was just a little off target. And Branch had to come off the base.
I think they're going to appeal to second here too. Maybe not. No, I'm going to go talk to Logan.
F8 is the put out, and Troy Keith is on his way out to the mound to talk to Logan Robertson. We'll see if they're making a pitching change. No, they're just talking things over right now.
Thomas had him out at third if the throw was on line.
Yeah,
he's got a good arm.
Showed off that strong arm, didn't he? He certainly showed it off on the football field a couple of times this year as well. Just an all-around athlete. And Troy Keith's going to go ahead and make the pitching change. So we're going to step away for a quick timeout. Be right back after this as you're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Fox Sports Camden, 97.1 FM, and the Cardinal YouTube Sports Network.
There are seven acknowledged wonders of the world. You are about to witness the eighth.
Your attention, everyone. Well, this is regrettable, but there's no cause for alarm.
That's right. Back with the Regrettable Podcast. It was Mac Sauce.
Regrettably, yes.
That's billions underserved.
Yeah, billions. Scientifically proven to be delicious.
Most regrettable.
None of us are even introduced yet. So I'm your host, Tyler Massey. Of course, with me, both excellent co-hosts, the legendary Jay Lindley. How are you, sir?
What's up, homie?
And, of course, my brother, the newsman, Patrick Massey. That's what they used to call him.
Yep.
Very regrettable, of course.
No, I called it.
That was regrettable.
I think just regrettable. That works.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
But it is a podcast.
It's regrettable, Stevens, but we have no choice.
Visit thewashitapodcast.com/regrettable or listen on your favorite podcast platform.
Most regrettable.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Lakeside, Cardinals playing baseball against the Rams, and it's a pitching change here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Michael Sewell comes in to take over for Logan Robertson. Robertson will get the final tally on him in just a few minutes. One out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Runner on third base. Score is 5-3 in favor of the Cardinals. Cardinals put 4 on the board in the first inning. Lakeside came back, put 1 on the board in the second, 2 on the third. Cardinals scratched back another one in the top half of the fourth, but right now, Lakeside knocking on the door to try to put 1 back on and tighten this game up. But it's 5-3. Sewell, his last pitch looks like here, warm up. And they will be ready to go. One out here, bottom half of the fourth inning.
So Michael Sewell comes in to relief pitch for the Cardinals. They send Robertson over to third and Gunnar Branch to shortstop. Did you already cover all this?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Richard goes to left field. Clardy.
So Sewell making his first pitching appearance for the year.
He was scheduled to start against Smackover last week. That game got postponed.
Cardinals lost an opportunity to play 2 games last week, I believe, as the first pitch is way high. A little adrenaline going for young Mr. Michael Sewell on that one. Ethan Rogers is our batter. He's the first baseman. Grounded out to first. I say grounded out to first. He really had what looked like a base hit going down the line, but big old tall drink of water over there at first. Trip O'Hara able to lay out and snag it. Reached over and got to the bag before Rogers could get down the line, which ended the second inning. Highlight reel type of play. Next pitch is in for a strike. That's going to run the count to 2-1 for Michael Sewell. Here against Lakeside, Cardinals trying to hang on to a 5-3 lead, but they've got a runner at third base and only 1 out to work with here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch is in for a strike.
Sewell comes back strong there with 2 strikes. Left-hander on the mound. Count 2-2.
It's in my imagination, or has he gotten bigger over the offseason?
A lot of arm and leg right there.
As Sewell delivers the next pitch, it's high for ball 3. Runs the count full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals trying to hang on to a 2-run lead. 5-3 against Lakeside in Hot Springs. Payoff pitch on the way. Popped up, fouled back.
Like Sewell might have taken a little bit off of that one. Batter fouls it off behind the plate.
Brock Prince, the shortstop, due up next for Hot Springs Lakeside. Big part of the game right here as Lakeside's been threatening the last couple of innings. Cardinals trying to choke this one out as well to protect a 2-run lead. Here's the pitch, fouled off straight back once again.
Well,
Rogers looked off balance on that one, but just managed to get a piece of it.
He was way out in front of it.
So Sewell back up on the mound. Looks in, gets his sign. Glances over to the runner at third, now comes to the plate. This one's going to be high for ball 4. That will give Lakeside their second base runner of the day, or the inning, excuse me. And will bring Brock Prince to the plate. Shortstop for Lakeside. Struck out looking in his first at bat back in the 3rd inning. Sewell comes set, checks the runner over at first. Back to the plate now. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike to put Sewell ahead in the count. I always thought this was one of the toughest things in all of sports, especially high school sports. You're out there playing left field, and you come in and you get, 8 warm-up pitches, and here you are. Bases, runners on bases. This pitch hits the foot of the batter. That's going to put Prince on with a hit by pitch. Loads the bases up with 1 out. Barrymore over at third. Ethan Rogers at second and Brock Prince at first. And to make matters even worse, we're back to the top of the lineup for Lakeside with Brendan Browning. But like we said, very few warm-up pitches, and you come in, it's always a pressure situation. If you know, the vast majority of the time, if there's a relief pitcher being brought in, it's because runners have reached base and it's a tight situation. First pitch for Sewell is up high to Browning for ball one. No place to put him as bases are loaded, one away. Cardinals trying to hang on to a 2-run lead. Here's a pitch, ground ball to third base. Cardinals got a chance to get a couple here. They get a tag and one out on the base pass. The run does come in. Sharp ground ball right to Gunnar Branch at third base. That's Logan Robertson, who's moved over to third, and he fielded it, had to go and tag the runner. It was a force play, so by the time he did that, one run obviously had scored.
Gladly give up the run for an out right there, and you clear third base off as well. So pass ball doesn't score a run here if you have one of those.
So here's the pitch in to Chase Tittle.
Sewell
it's in there for a strike.
Sewell throwing well. He's kind of found his groove. Got to have defense behind him.
2 runners on, 2 away here in the 4th inning. Next pitch is in for a ball. That will even the count up at 1-1.
It's a ball that McKinney down in the dirt. He turns his glove over and catches, but you'd like to see him slide a little bit and keep that body in front of that ball too, just in case it bounces a funny way.
Tittle is 2 for 2 on the night, so a dangerous hitter at the plate for Lakeside. Here's the pitch. Lays off this one. It's called a ball. Runs the count to 2-1. So Sewell, lefty in there battling, putting them right in there close. Can't get these Lakeside batters to offer at it. Next pitch is in for a strike. Good pitch by Michael Sewell right there. Tittle's last at bat, not only did he get his second single of the game, but drove in Lakeside's first run back in the 3rd inning. Cardinals are hoping to keep him from getting any RBIs here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th with 2 runners on for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Inside, Tittle kind of jumped away from that one. It's in for a ball, and that's going to run it full. 3-2 payoff pitch coming up for Michael Sewell against Chase Tittle. Pitcher versus catcher here. Number 2 hitter in the Lakeside lineup. Sewell comes set. Here's the pitch. Runners are on going. Pitch is in low. That'll be ball 4, and that will load the bases up for Peyton Billiard. The pitcher coming to the plate for Hot Springs Lakeside. They'll get a courtesy runner in for the catcher. It's the same courtesy runner that they've used. As LeAnthony Smith came in from his second base position for some words of encouragement to Michael Sewell. And now Sewell will hit the batter. Billiard takes that one off the rump. That will bring another run in, and we're all tied up at 5-5. Coaching staff is asking if that didn't hit the knob of the bat. Okay, and the umpire's saying, nope, it hit elbow pad. It didn't even hit the bat. It hit elbow pad. So hit by a pitch will bring the tying run in. All the runners move up, obviously, and that will score Brock Prince. 2 runs in the inning has us all knotted up at 5-5 here at Lakeside. Ethan Cavella, the right fielder, will now come to the plate for the Rams. He's their cleanup hitter. First pitch into him is high. He had a base hit in the 3rd inning, but was tagged out on the base pass for the 3rd out of the inning, momentarily protecting Camden Fairview's lead. But it's all knotted up at 5-5 here. 1-0 pitch for Sewell on the way. Curveball stays up high, runs the count to 2-0. I say curveball. There was quite a bit of steam coming off that one. And now Logan Robertson comes in with a little bit of advice, some words of encouragement. Robertson now returns back to his third base position. Sewell behind the batter, 2-0 at this point. Cavella 1-for-2 on the night as he grounded out to the shortstop back in the second. Next pitch is in low for a ball. And Sewell runs the count to 3-0. I know the bases are loaded here, Jonathan, but he's got to put one out there, let him try to put something in play, hope his defense can play behind him. Sewell comes set, gets his sign, here's pitch. This one is low in the dirt for ball 4. That's going to bring another run in. All the runners will move up, and it's 6-5 in favor of Lakeside at this point. Time called, coaching staff on their way out to the mound.
You've given up 3 runs in the inning, and you've lost the lead, brought Sewell in from left field. You've got, of course, Jeffrey Neal, but you're going to save him, I'm sure, for tomorrow for the start against Warren, a conference game.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say what comes into play as well is you got 3 games scheduled for this week, and the next 2 are conference games.
That's right. You expect Logan to turn around and pitch again on Friday, but he's done for the day anyway. So where do you go from here, Coach Troy Keith? And you want to keep this game in close. You want to give them a chance to win, but you also got to think about conference coming up.
Now, you guys have managed to spend a lot more time around the program here early on than I have, as I've been tied up with a lot of basketball here as of late. But is Gunnar Branch is he available to pitch? Is he
I don't
been
know. He's
working out on
available
the
today. He pitched in the game last week and did a very good job, really pitched well. It just depends on what Coach Keith wants to use tonight.
So Sewell comes in to the next batter. High fastball goes for a ball. This is Andrew Cox. He is the number 9 batter in this inning as Lakeside has batted around in the 4th. Put a 3 spot on the board already. They scored 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and now 3 in the 4th so far. Next pitch is in for another ball. Runs the count to 2-0. Sewell just looking to try to find that right groove to bring one in there. Of course, if he does, you got the number 5 batter in the Lakeside's lineup looking for one right down the groove. Here's the windup and the pitch. High once again. That'll go for ball 3.
It's not quite finishing the pitch. Stays high. And the last 3, of course, we've seen that, not necessarily that pitch, but a couple of pitches before called a strike earlier in the game, not getting that high strike now.
Runs the count to 3-0. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put this base runner. As the next pitch comes in, it's low once again. That's going to be another RBI walk. And
Coach Keith trying to figure out what he wants to do here.
He's on his way out to the mound once again.
Going to make a change here. See where he goes.
Now, has he already made the motion that they are making a change?
Well, it's his second time out.
Well, actually, in Arkansas high school baseball, they don't have to make a change on their second time
Well,
out.
by gosh, there you go.
Learned that one from Greg Harris. He is making a change here, however. It looks like they're going to bring Thomas in to pitch. And we'll step away for a quick timeout while Thomas goes through his warm-up pitches. You are listening to Camden Fairview Baseball, not only on Fox Sports Camden 97.1, but the Cardinal YouTube Sports Network.
Superior Floors and Design of Camden would like to remind everyone that in these unprecedented times, community is more important than ever. It's very difficult to predict what the next few weeks will look like. Whatever happens, homeowners should feel informed and empowered in making the best decisions for their renovations. Please call our showroom and schedule a safe, private appointment to discuss the best way to get you what you want. Call 231-6901. Superior Floors and Design, always putting our communities first.
If a tree falls in the forest and Arkansas pulpwood is not there to hear it, what sound is missing? It's the cha-ching in your bank account. Call the timber experts today and let Arkansas pulpwood help you hear what you might have missed. Call Arkansas pulpwood at 231-6405 for a free estimate. John Dawson III and his staff can help you with appraisals, financial analysis, management plans, site prep and reforestation, or timber cruising, marketing, and marking. Call Arkansas Pulpwood today, 231-6405.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where Richard Clardy will come in to pitch for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Warm-up pitches are just about complete. Let's see, I think Sewell went back to left field, and
That's
that was
correct.
it?
Yes, that's the only change that was made. The only change that was made in the defensive alignment. Clardy comes in to pitch with 2 outs, bases loaded, Kelly.
I was fixing to say there is 2 outs in the inning, so Clardy's got that going for him. We're back around to the man that got it all started, Ethan Cavella. Started things off, no, wait a minute. Harrison Barrymore, number 26, I believe. Yes. Started this all off with a walk back what seemed like a long time ago. First pitch from Clardy is in for a strike, however, and Camden Fairview pitcher works from ahead in the count for the first time in a minute.
Clardy's not going to overpower you, but you got to just try to miss bats and let your defense work when they connect. There's a miss right there.
Yep, big swing and a miss, puts the batter down in an 0-2 count. Barrymore drew that walk to start this inning, grounded out to the shortstop, back in the second. Clardy comes set, gets his sign, working quickly.
Oh.
Swing and a miss, call a strikeout. Swing and a miss strike is strike 3, out number 3, and Richard Clardy comes in and makes short work of that one.
Set him up with the fastball and threw the breaking ball. He swung right over the top of it, Kelly. Great job of pitching by the young man.
So Camden Fairview now finds itself trailing 7-5 is our score. They've been battling, trying to kind of keep into this game, but they've played ahead from the top of the first inning, Jonathan. Now got to buckle down and try to play from behind.
Let me real quick close the book on Logan Robertson. He pitched 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. The walks, what kind of put him behind there in the back in the 4th inning, and that's where that kind of ended up. Sewell also closed the book on him. He pitched for a 3rd inning, 1 run, 3 runs, 3 earned, and he walked 4, no strikeouts.
We appreciate everybody tuning in to give us a listen on Fox Sports Camden 97.1. No radio coverage for the rest of the week. Camden Fairview will play at home, however, tomorrow against the Warren Lumberjacks. That is a conference game. Camden Fairview certainly trying to get a win over a good Class 5A program here today, but they got to make sure they keep enough bullets in the chamber for a conference game tomorrow, guys.
We will have those games on Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball on YouTube. Check us out there.
As we're ready to get underway with Anthony Smith leading things off here in the 5th inning for the Cardinals. First pitch is in there for a strike. Logan Robertson is on deck. Gunnar Branch will see an at-bat in this inning as the next pitch is outside, blocked by the catcher. Will even the count at 1-1.
Got to visit with Coach Troy Keith this afternoon. We did not get to play that interview, and I apologize, but one of the things we talked about was the resiliency of this team and their comeback from behind win at Whitehall. Going to have to do it again here, but you can hear them over here in the dugout. They're ready to see something happen.
Next pitch in to Smith is in there for a strike. Runs the count to 2. No, I'm sorry, it's ball. 2.
Yeah, that was a ball. It was a good-looking pitch, but that's what I was just saying. At least he's consistent. That pitch looks really good, but he's called it a ball now both sides.
I'm blocked by a batter and a fence post. So as next pitch is in. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman's got it. Fires over to first. It's in the dirt, and they're going to call him out. Boy, Smith busted it down the line, made it close on what looked like would probably be a routine play. The throw was just a little low, but credit the first baseman. He was able to pick it out of the dirt, and they just got Smith by a half step for the first out of the inning here in the fifth. That'll bring Robertson to the plate. Takes a strike on the first pitch he sees from Peyton Belliard, who's gone all the way for Lakeside up to this point. Robertson had a single back in the first, flew out to left field in the third. Belliard comes set, fires another one in.
And he started him with 2 breaking balls here, Kelly. First one he started a little high, fell in the zone for the strike. That one started right about middle of the plate and fell out of the zone. You'd think he's sitting fastball here.
Belliard, well, I said was about to deliver a pitch, but Robertson calls time. Probably for no other reason than wants the pitcher to work just a little bit faster. Now Belliard is set. Robertson's in there. Pitch is on the way. Pop up. Will stay in the infield. Third baseman and second baseman can't take control of it, and Robertson's going to be safe.
How about that? It was a fastball. Logan on it, but he just got underneath it. The second baseman ran in from his position to try to make that play. It's a long run for the second baseman. First baseman, he did not make an effort at it.
Yeah, and, you know, everybody's got a different philosophy on just about every other thing that you can do in sports in any situation. A lot of people don't want their catcher fielding fly balls like that, and I don't understand why, because all he would have had to do was take about 2 steps off the mound, and he would have been the closest person to it.
Your play is your second baseman or your first baseman there, but the second baseman just had a long way to run and wasn't able to make it. Good diving effort, though.
Absolutely. Bottom line is Robertson is on with 1 out. Next pitch is in to Gunnar Branch. It'll go for a ball, put him ahead in the count 1-0.
Tell you what, Kelly, Gunnar was really, really close to a home run last week at Whitehall. Tall fence was the culprit there, but you'd love to see something like that right here. That could tie this game in one swing.
He drove in 2 runs with a base hit back in the first, popped out to the first baseman in the third, fouls this one off to Lakeside's dugout. And Robertson will have to return back to first base as he was off and running with contact. 1-1 is our count with 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Cardinals now trailing Lakeside 7-5. Trying to spark a rally. Got the big boys, the big bats up to the plate right now. They'll throw back over to first once again, try to keep Robertson honest.
Definitely is an opportunity here. Ballard's up to 85 pitches. And so you know his arm has worked hard today. You've got your studs at the plate.
Just the second week of baseball season, so you wouldn't think he'd be all stretched out, ready to throw a 100-pitch game or anything of that nature. But then again, right off-season program. Former Camden Fairview coach Bo Smith always had his guys on a program. They were ready to throw complete games, first game right out of the chute if needed be. As we got a swing and a miss by Branch at the plate. Robertson tries to advance to second. He will be thrown out as 2-6 is the play there for the second out of the inning.
Hit and run was on, just did not make contact at the plate. And a good throw by the catcher.
It was right there. Not much doubt about the call. So bases are clear once again for Branch. And now he will send a fly ball out to center field. Center fielder only has to take a couple of steps back. Browning will catch it, and F8 will end the inning for the Cardinals. They'll head to the bottom of the fifth, trailing 7-5, looking to play some defense and keep it right there. You're listening to Camden Fairview Sports Network on YouTube as well as Fox Sports Camden 97.1.
Generations Bank believes in community. You might say that they have cared for generations. Building strong communities and making a difference in your life is kind of what they do. So take a moment. Think about your last banking experience. Was it what you needed it to be? To find out more about the many ways Generations Bank can make your life easier, stop by one of their branches today. Generations Bank, banking for your generation. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
To rise is to increase, to grow, to reach a higher level. For over 100 years, Farmers Bank and Trust has been a staple partner in our communities, growing businesses and providing financial solutions to our friends and neighbors. We're excited for the future as we continue to grow and offer additional locations throughout southern Arkansas and northeast Texas. Farmers Bank and Trust, rising together. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
You're listening to Arkansas Pulpwood Baseball on KAMD, Fox Sports Camden 97.1. And for all your investing needs, call Beth Smith with Edward Jones at 836-0165.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where Rashard Clardy is back out for another inning of work for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Redbirds trail 7-5. Lakeside put up a 4 spot in the last inning to rally from being down, and unfortunately Clardy is going to start off by plunking Will Ross on the arm. With this one, the hit batter will give Lakeside a leadoff runner here to start the 5th inning. That'll bring Ethan Rogers up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to the third baseman. Great play by Trip O'Hara back in the 2nd inning that saved a run early on. Helped the Cardinals preserve a 4-1 lead at the moment. A lot of things have happened between now and then, obviously. Rogers going to get started off by a strike from Clardy here. One runner on, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Rogers was walked in the last inning. Big inning for Lakeside. Not only 4 runs, they sent 10 batters to the plate. Cardinals not only had to make a change from Robertson, but also Michael Sewell saw some pitching action in that one. Now a 1-1 count against Rogers. Clardy comes set, gets his sign, delivers into the plate. This one's off the dish for a ball. A little inside, run 1. And boy, I tell you what, when the sun goes down, we're still in March. It gets a little nippy out here, doesn't it?
It does that.
2-1 pitch about to be delivered by Clardy. Foul tip. That will run the count to 2-2. Like you said, Jonathan, Clardy's not going to necessarily blow it past anybody, just overpower him or anything, but he sure does a good job keeping some hitters off balance.
Yeah, he's going to have to utilize that here. We need a ground ball. Try to get a double play here.
I was just going to say the same thing. Of course, he's got some good fielders behind him, can help him out. As we're just now getting back set, Clardy now comes set himself. 2-2 pitch on the way, fouled off by the batter. Looked like he was fooled on that one, but managed to get a piece of it. That's twice now Rogers has been way out in front off balance and just managed to tick one. So we'll have to redo the 2-2 as Clardy checks the runner over his shoulder. Once, twice, now comes to the plate. Fly ball headed out to right field. The second baseman actually goes back and makes the catch. Infielder and outfielder, don't know if they had great communication going on that, but the second baseman still managed to make the catch. That's LaAnthony Smith, our transfer in from Mississippi, you say?
That's correct.
He did a good job. And credit Kevin Fain. He was coming in wanting to make the catch, but he did a good job pulling up and not colliding into his teammate. So the out is made, bottom line, and that's 1 out with 1 on here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the next batter. Brock Prince at the plate. He's the shortstop for Lakeside. was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Now we've got a pop-up, and the first baseman, O'Hara, comes in, makes the catch right inside the line. So another great job by Clardy, just keeping these Lakeside batters off balance. 2 away, still 1 runner on. In the bottom of the 5th, Cardinals trying to keep it at a 2-run deficit.
Lakeside with 4 hits in the ball game, but they have walked 7 times.
And most of those came in the last inning.
And 3 hit batsmen.
So pickoff move over towards first as Ross is able to dive back in. He's safe. Cardinals scored 4 runs in the top of the first to take an early lead in this one. But Lakeside came back with a run in the second, 2 runs in the third, get to within 4-3. As the next pitch in to the leadoff batter, Brennan Browning, is in for a strike.
Clardy pitching very strong here in the bottom of the 5th inning, other than the hit batter to lead things off, looking really sharp.
You see that a lot in high school baseball is he'll go over to first base once again, runner dives in safely. But they come in a tight situation, they might struggle to throw some strikes, they give up another run, something like that, but you give them a chance to get to the dugout, loosen up a little bit, kind of get their mind right, so to speak, and they go back out, they can pitch extremely effectively after that. As Clardy is bound and determined to keep Ross close over here at first base, threw over again. 7-5 is our score here at Lakeside. Clardy trying to keep it right there. Got another ground ball up the middle. This one will get through for a base hit. As the leadoff batter for Lakeside, Browning, that's his first hit of the ball game. He reached base 2 other times before, a fielder's choice and a walk. And now gets to say, hey, I got to add to my stats on that one. Still 2 away for the Cardinals. Now 2 runners on, first and second, excuse me. And Chase Tittle coming to the plate. The catcher has done a lot of damage for Lakeside as he's 2 for 2 at the plate with an RBI and a walk. First pitch he sees from Clardy is fouled straight back for a strike. Peyton Belliard, the catcher for Lakeside, moves to the on-deck circle. Clardy checks the runner behind him. Delivers a pitch, right there around the knees, but called a ball, and that's going to even the count up at 1-1. Clardy now comes set, checks the runner over at second, delivers to the plate. This one is in low, and that will run the count to 2-1. Home plate umpire wants to check the baseball. Clardy trying to work out of a jam here. Leadoff runner reached on a hit by a pitch as the next pitch is in low for a ball. That's going to run the count to 3-1. Clardy came back with a couple of pop-ups. Fly ball out to shallow right field. The second baseman, Anthony Smith, was able to catch for an out. Trip O'Hara came in and caught a pop-up in the infield. Now we've got a line drive past the third baseman. It's going to fall in fair. Lakeside's got a runner coming around third. 2 runners are going to score in this one as it looked like they had a hard time getting the ball fielded. It looked like it got down around the wall and had a hard time picking it up. They finally get it in, but 2 runs are going to score for Lakeside on the play. And Lakeside able to push their lead now to 4 runs. They are up 9-5. 2 out base hitting is what it's all about, Jonathan. Got to credit Lakeside. They got some runners on and managed to push them across in that one. They've still got a runner in scoring position. And now we got a long fly ball out to the center field gap. It's going to fall in, roll out to the wall itself. Another run is going to score. This is going to be a stand-up double by Peyton Belliard. The the pitcher, he drives in an RBI, and it's 10-5 in favor of Lakeside.
Yeah, just some 2-out hitting right there, driving the ball We got to give them credit. They switched spots right there. Like I said, takes the score 10-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. After a hit batter, a couple of quick outs, things have turned around.
Yep, how quickly things change. Now the next batter, Ethan Cavella, fouls this one off to the left. Puts him behind in the count, 0-1. There's still a runner in scoring position, so the Cardinals, Clardy in particular, going to have to buckle down here. We've got a big swing and a miss on the curveball. That's going to put him ahead in the count now, 0-2. Andrew Cox waits on deck, third baseman for Lakeside. Now we've got a ball out in front of the plate. They'll throw down to first in time, and that will do it. 2-3 is the putout for the Camden Fairview Cardinals, and they'll head to the top of the 6th, now trailing 10-5. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball right here on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and the Cardinal YouTube Sports Network.
Superior Floors and Design in Camden wants to remind you that spring is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. The time to plan for your home renovations and repairs is now. We invite you to stop by the showroom and see the latest designs in flooring and custom cabinetry. Choose from laminate, wood, tile, or carpet that's perfect for any room or application. Find ideas and solutions for any home project at Superior Floors and Design in Camden.
Ready for life after high school? Consider SAU Tech, home of the Rockets. SAU Tech can help you with choosing a career path. Visit with our advisors today and learn which program is right for you. SAU Tech has student housing, athletics, a scholars program, and the top technical and transfer degrees. Call SAU Tech at 870-574-4558 or go to www.sautech.edu.
Weekdays at 9 a.m., hear the Dan Patrick Show, exclusively on Camden's Home for Sports, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back in Garland County, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals find themselves trailing Hot Springs Lakeside 10-5 is our score as we head to the top of the 6th. Cardinals down to their last 6 outs to work with. Looks like we've got a new pitcher in for Lakeside, number 22. I'll have to
Wyatt Gibson.
Wyatt Gibson coming in to pitch for the Rams, as Peyton Belliard ends up going 5 innings. So Wes O'Hara, I knew I was going to call him Wes before the day was over with. Trip O'Hara comes to the plate to lead things off for the Cardinals here in the 6th. He'll be followed by Jeffrey Neal and Carson McKinney. 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Cardinals as they're going to have to try to rally down by 5 here in the last 2 innings.
You just got to scratch it one run at a time. Need base runners. Let the lineup start rolling.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a 5-run home run in baseball, so might as well just get a single and let the next guy take his turn. Next pitch is in for a ball. Runs it to 2-0. Gibson, a lefty, comes in, has that big lean over, gets his sign, delivers a fastball.
Big cut right there from Tripp.
As the home plate umpire going out to talk things over with the pitcher while giving him another baseball. Not exactly sure what all that was about.
It fouled off the catcher? Oh, he was giving the catcher a moment. I didn't see it foul off the catcher.
Yeah, we're right up here by the fence on the third base side.
First base side.
First base side, excuse me. And I've got a fence and all kinds of things in our way as O'Hara grounds it up the middle. Backhanded stab by the second baseman. He's got it, fires it over to first in time. 4-3 will be the putout. There's one away for the Cardinals here in the top of the 6th.
Boy, Cardinals hit the ball well in the first inning and haven't hit a whole lot since.
That'll send Jeffrey Neal to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far on the day. grounded out to the second baseman and was put out by the catcher 2-3 on the next in his next at bat in the third inning. One thing about Jeffrey, though, if he ever connects with it, you know he is going to send it for a ride. He's got a 1-0 count to deal with against this crafty left-hander. Gibson on the mound for Lakeside at this point. Here's the pitch.
That's a base hit.
Base hit out to
Might be a
center
double.
field. As it gets past the center fielder, rolls all the way to the wall. Neal turns first. He's looking at the third baseman, but the ball is recovered and thrown back in time. And there you go. Jeffrey Neal puts one out to the wall in the gap.
The center fielder, he misjudged that one. It looked like he came in to try to field that on the hop, and he realized once it hit, it scooted past him. He had to turn around and show us his number as he went back to the fence. Double for Jeff. Carson already has a double on the day.
We'll bring McKinney to the plate. He reached in the first on an error and then got the big hit in the fourth inning as well. Kevin Fain moves to the on-deck circle. First pitch is in for a ball. Runs the count to 1-0. Left-hander comes set, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Long fly ball out to the outfield by McKinney. Left fielder is there, camped under it, makes the catch. No tag up as they got it in quickly anyway. It wouldn't have mattered.
Good hard throw from the right fielder.
Yeah, he was aching at the opportunity to show off his arm on that one. But a good play all the way around. There's 2 outs for the Camden Fairview Cardinals now. Down to Kevin Fain to keep this one going. Right fielder popped out to third, struck out looking back in the fourth. Gibson leans over, gets his sign, now comes set. Here's pitch. Ground ball through the infield for Fain. He's got a base hit. The catcher, the runner for Camden Fairview is going to be tagged out at first. He rounded third, slipped down as the coach had the stop sign on or whatever. He slipped down and could not get back to the bag before Lakeside throws it over there and has him thrown out. So Fain gets a base hit, but the base runner for the Cardinals eliminated from the base pass at third, and that will do it for the Cardinals here in the 6th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the frame, see if the Cardinals can keep this at a 10-5 deficit. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and the Camden Fairview YouTube Sports Network.
Installing a new roof can be one of the largest investments you put into your home, and metal roofing is the best investment for your money. Medlin's Metal Roofing has the most current knowledge of metal roofing and materials, a wide range of colors and complete line of accessories, including styrofoam and fiberglass insulation, roll-up and commercial walk-through doors, purlins, and much more. Roofing panels are fabricated in Strong, Arkansas with same-day pickup or delivery. Medlin's Metal Roofing in El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia, Monticello, West Monroe, Ruston, and Bastrop. Online at medlinmfg.com.
Since 1978, Andy's Restaurants have been providing Arkansas with quality food and outstanding customer service. Locally owned and operated, Andy's is a fast food restaurant with that hometown feeling. Their famous breakfast menu is made up of fresh baked biscuits alongside fresh cooked-to-order eggs with your choice of juicy sausage, bacon, ham, chicken, or steak biscuit sandwiches. Andy's patrons are sure to satisfy their craving by enjoying a hearty breakfast, a classic combo, or a home-style barbecue or catfish dinner. Andy stands by its motto: quality food cooked fresh at prices you can afford. And remember, if 5 or more want Andy's, they'll deliver.
You're listening to Arkansas Pulpwood Baseball on KAMD, Fox Sports Camden 97.1. And for all your investing needs, call Beth Smith with Edward Jones at 836-0165.
Back at Lakeside, where Camden Fairview trails the Lakeside Rams 10-5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see, Camden Fairview going to get Dylan Windling into the baseball game, relief pitcher for the Cardinals. So this is Morgan, excuse me?
I'm sorry, what now?
Who's our pitcher?
No, that's not Landy Morgan. That is Dylan Windling.
Okay, I thought I thought it was Dylan, but
It is.
the PA announcer just announced somebody else. I'm like, who, what, huh? What roster is he looking at? Okay, well, we're good. Dylan out to pitch for Camden Fairview Cardinals.
Sophomore, big opportunity for him to show off a little bit, kind of make some things happen. Good kid going to the mound right here. I really is a good kid, and he'll throw it. He's a lot of arm and leg when he throws too. Not quite as tall, but just those long arms. He just kind of flings it. But if he can get in the groove, he does pitch well.
I like that number
And,
two,
hey,
number 9.
Watch him if he throws a curveball. He'll get this really big smile. Uh-oh, he threw a curveball there.
Long fly ball out to center field by Andrew Cox. That's going to be caught out in center field by Martavius Thomas. 1 pitch, 1 out, so pretty effective so far.
Dylan pitched last week look at that smile right there. He likes it. But he'll throw that curveball. If he gets somebody to swing at it, he can't stop smiling.
That'll bring Harrison Barrymore up to the plate, designated hitter lefty for the Lakeside. Next pitch is in for a ball.
Dylan's brother still recovering from the injury, getting hit in the face with a ball.
As the next pitch comes in for another ball, runs the count to 2-0. When did this happen? Red-white game? Or?
No, that was back before
practice.
Yeah, it was just practice, and took one to the face, and still trying to recover to try to get back into game action.
As we've got a base hit now out to center field. Thomas comes up and fields it on the run, but solid piece of hitting for Barrymore there. For his first hit of the game, he was 0 for 2 with a walk before that, and that's going to bring Will Ross up to the plate. Ross has had a RBI double, flew out to center, and was hit by a pitch just in the last inning. Bottom of the 6th, Cardinals trail by 5, trying to hold it right here to possibly give themselves a chance in the top of the 7th. They're down to 3 outs to work with on offense, so to speak, but got to get 2 more outs here as Windling first pitch into Ross is high for ball 1. 1 away, 1 on for Windling, who's going right after these hitters. Next pitch is in for a ball, and he's not missing by much.
They must have been inside, I'm guessing, from the umpire's perspective. We don't really get to see that angle real well. Maybe you did at home.
So Windling now comes back up on the mound. Here's the pitch. This one popped up. Looks like it'll reach foul territory. O'Hara's right there and makes the catch. Collided with the second baseman a little bit as Smith was in there sliding. Don't know if he was trying to hit the brakes to keep from hitting O'Hara, if he was trying to make a sliding catch, but everybody's okay, and O'Hara still managed to make the catch anyway.
Was that in fair territory?
Yes.
Okay, yes, it was.
Now, it would have landed just in fair territory. But another great defensive play by O'Hara over there at first. As that'll bring Ethan Rogers up to the plate. He's got a walk, ground out to third. Speaking of big plays by O'Hara, I know I keep talking about that one back in the 2nd. And there was a pop out to second. First pitch.
Strike.
Is in for a strike to Ethan Rogers. So Windling coming in and being fairly effective so far. Next pitch is low for a ball. They'll throw over to first, but everybody is safe. And everybody's got a smile on their face. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
I think that ball hit the umpire and rolled up and off of him.
Oh, okay. So it'll bring the count to 1-1, 2 away, 1 on. With the Cardinals trailing by 5, they really need to get a last out here in the 6th inning, give themselves a shot in the 7th. Next pitch is in for a ball. 2-1 is our count.
10-5 the score, bottom of the 6th. Lakeside on top.
So Windling. Next pitch comes in, ground ball through the infield, gets past the third baseman. Fielded easily, but it's going to be a single, moves everybody up. So runners now at first and second for the number 9 hitter for Lakeside, Brock Prince. He popped out to third in his last at bat in the last inning. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th and struck out looking in the 3rd. So, you know, he's up there right now saying, I got to get a hit. This will be my last at bat. Shortstop for Lakeside, facing Dylan Windling. First pitch is in there for a ball for Windling. Puts him behind in the count. Cardinals will be right back in action again tomorrow against Warren. That's a conference game. Might even possibly see a former Camden Fairview teammate in that one before it's all said and done. What's our game time on that, fellas?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Written in pencil, by the way. We are talking about high school baseball here.
5 o'clock.
You never know when they're going to call you at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and said, hey, we're moving the game up.
Yeah, we're just
the next
thankful.
pitch in the dirt. Yeah, we're just glad to be playing that.
Yeah, thankful to have good weather this week so far. And
well, and you guys realize it was just about this time last year.
That was, no doubt.
The whole thing got called off.
This last Sunday was our last Sunday a year ago.
As we got a pop-up into foul territory over the fence. Bounced off some bleachers behind me, I think I heard. Runs the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Got 2 runners on as well. Cardinals trying to hold this to a 5-run deficit. As Windling checks the runner at second, now comes to the plate. Another foul ball straight back. And that'll keep it at 2-2. We'll do it all over again. Runners get a big lead with 2 outs.
You talk about pressure for a kid coming in. Here's a sophomore that's standing in front of a bunch of seniors.
And we got a long fly ball out to left field, but they'll get over. Sewell will not make the catch. Drops it. 1 run's going to come in. He'll throw to the plate. The runners on the base paths will pull up. And be honest, I looked down at my scorebook getting ready to write it down as an out. Did he just drop it?
He just never set his feet underneath it. He ran to it and never got underneath it and positioned himself for a good catch. Actually ended up reaching across his body trying to catch it on his left and just missed it.
So another run will score for Lakeside. That'll run it to 11-5. And still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the lineup. That might be the most damaging thing is the big bats coming back up for the Rams once again. Brendan Browning had a hit back in the 5th inning. Had a walk, reached on a fielder's choice, flew out to right field before that, back in the 1st. Next pitch for Windling is in there for a ball. Camden Fairview dugout's wondering where that pitch was. He'll even the count up at 1-1.
Well, you give them an extra out, they score a run. Now the pressure's really on.
Yeah, they threw home on the play too, and that allowed the runner to go from 1st to 2nd. So 2 runners in scoring position.
To be quite honest, I don't know that he threw home. He just threw the ball in.
Yeah.
It was kind of a disgusted throw, and that's something as a coach you got to look at and have a discussion with your fielders. You got to still play composed even if there's an error on the field.
1-2 pitch about to be delivered by Windling. Well, now he steps off, and now we'll get set and get ready to go.
Such a mental game.
With 2 outs, runners will be in motion, popped up out of play over the fence here on first base side. You're absolutely right about that, Jonathan. I mean, baseball, you know, being a great athlete certainly helps if you can hit the ball a long way, if you can run really fast, something like that. But you take 9 really intelligent guys and put them out on the field, and they can win a lot of baseball games.
Well, it's just the mental
The
toughness to deal with errors and mistakes like that right there.
As the ball gets away from the catcher, another run will come in. He'll slide under the tag, as McKinney able to recover the ball, throws it back to Windling, but runner will score. The runner on second will move up to third as well, and now it is 12-5 in favor of Lakeside.
And that's just another mental mistake. Carson surely can make that play. He just didn't position himself well on that ball to stop it in front of him. And that's what you play early season games for. You try to get that out of your system, ready to play some conference ball.
As next pitch is in, fouled off, keeps the count at 2-2. Browning really making Windling work out there. Lakeside has absolutely exploded in the last 3 innings. 4 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 2 runs already in this inning. This ball fouled off the inside of the ankle, and that hurts.
Yeah, we've had a lot of walks, errors, a couple of errors, pass balls. Cardinals have done a lot of the damage to themselves in this one. Give credit for Lakeside, though. They stuck around after a 4-run spot to the Cardinals early in the first inning and finally took the lead in the bottom of the 4th and have held on to it and grown it ever since.
Well, and like you said, Jonathan, I mean, baseball, you know, the mistakes add up, you know, and they it's the little things that add up to big results as you go along through the game and through a season. Windling just trying to get out of this inning right here, however. We've been stuck on 2 balls and 2 strikes for a while. And now got a long fly ball out to the outfield. The center fielder will take control of this one, call off the left fielder, and he'll make the catch. And that will do it for Lakeside in the 6th. Not before they push 2 more across, however, and we'll head to the 7th inning with the Rams on top, 12-0. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and your Cardinal Camden Fairview Sports Network.
Installing a new roof can be one of the largest investments you put into your home, and metal roofing is the best investment for your money. Medlin's Metal Roofing has the most current knowledge of metal roofing and materials, a wide range of colors and complete line of accessories, including styrofoam and fiberglass insulation, roll-up and commercial walk-through doors, purlins, and much more. Roofing panels are fabricated in Strong, Arkansas with same-day pickup or delivery. Medlin's Metal Roofing in El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia, Monticello, West Monroe, Ruston, and Bastrop. Online at MedlinMFG.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Pulpwood Baseball on KAMD, Fox Sports Camden 97.1. And for all your investing needs, call Beth Smith with Edward Jones at 836-0165.
At Proctor Funeral Home, providing professional funeral services delivered with compassionate care for you and your family is our primary goal. You can be confident knowing that our experienced and compassionate staff is available every hour of every day, all year long. At Proctor Funeral Home, our mission is simple. Your feelings and wishes are our first and foremost concern. Proctor Funeral Home, serving Camden and the surrounding communities since 1868.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals trail by 7. Big comeback in order to keep this one going beyond the top of the 7th inning, and Rashard Clardy will lead things off for the Cardinals. About the only good thing for the Cardinals right now is we get a check swing grounded to the second baseman. He will field it in time and fires over to first in time to get the speedy Clardy. I think that one caught everybody off guard. Clardy made it close with his quick feet, but it will be one away for the Cardinals, and Martavius Thomas going to the plate. Thomas 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded out to the pitcher, flew out to center, grounded out to first base in his previous 3 at-bats. This is his first opportunity to swing the stick since the 4th inning. First pitch is in low for a ball. trailing by 7, nobody's going to catch the Cardinals up with one swing of the bat by any stretch of the imagination here. We just need base runners, guys.
Absolutely. Got to have them one at a time. Thomas
swings at the next pitch, fouls it off straight back. That'll even the count at 1-1. Leanthony Smith due up next. If anybody can reach and keep the inning going beyond those two, Logan Robertson, Gunnar Branch, Trip O'Hara due up after that.
Yeah, they can be contagious, those hits, if we can just get one started.
Well, we hung 4 on them back in the first inning. That would only get us within 9-12, but still, as you said, get that momentum going. Next pitch fouled off by Thomas. We'll put him down in the count 1-2.
Hey, you gotta see it, one. Let's go. Gotta see it.
If Thomas can get on, obviously his speed makes him a scoring threat from first base. Base stealing threat to get into scoring position to possibly start getting some momentum going the Cardinals' way. Curveball stays high for Gibson. That will even the count up at 2-2. Thomas now waiting at the plate. Here's the pitch. In there for a ball. That'll run the count to 3-2.
That's what Thomas is good at. He has a very, very good eye for the young man, and he can work himself a walk here or base hit.
Yeah, everybody would love to get a base hit and increase the average, but it's all about base runners, really. But there's a swing and a miss, unfortunately. Thomas down on strikes.
Just missed it.
And there's 2 away for Lakeside here in the top of the 7th. Down to the Leanthony Smith, the second baseman for the Cardinals. Logan Robertson moves to the on deck circle. Gunnar Branch is in the hole. Gibson trying to finish it off for Lakeside, gets a swing and a miss from Smith on the first pitch he sees to put him down in the count. 2 away here in the 7th. You get the idea that Gibson and Lakeside kind of smell it at this point, looking to put it down there. They're going to call a check swing strike on the next pitch. Will put Smith in the hole 0-2. So Cardinals down to their last out, last strike. Gibson kick fires, delivers high on this one. That's going to run the count to 1-2. Got a JV game coming up. I believe you're still going to have that.
We're going to have it on the YouTube. Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball.
Curveball called, strike 3 looking. That's going to do it for the Camden Fairview Cardinals in this one, as they will go down to the Hot Springs Lakeside Rams. 12-5 is our score. We'll step away for an extended timeout, come back with a post-game coverage here on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 and get you set up for the JV game for coming up next. You're listening to Camden Fairview Baseball on 97.1 FM, KAMD, and the Cardinal YouTube Sports Network.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Ashley.
I've been thinking there is something wrong with the world.
Just one thing? Because it seems we're inundated with bad news everywhere we look.
That's what I'm talking about. Where are all the great stories about great people?
You're right. That's definitely something media seems to have gotten away from.
Exactly. So let's start telling stories of triumph, success, and give people something to listen to that is uplifting, informative, and funny.
I love that idea. Let's be the change we want to see in the world.
Well, changing the world starts at home. So let's deliver stories about people who are from the Ouachita region.
Right on. Let's chronicle the tales of local folks.
The Ouachita Chronicles, the new podcast that aims to tell stories that often go untold. Join Ashley and Jerry as they chronicle the interesting characters that call the Ouachita's home. Listen wherever you stream podcasts. Just search for the Ouachita Chronicles or visit thewashitapodcast.com for a variety of podcasts for every interest.
To rise is to increase, to grow, to reach a higher level. For over 100 years, Farmers Bank and Trust has been a staple partner in our communities, growing businesses and providing financial solutions to our friends and neighbors. We're excited for the future as we continue to grow and offer additional locations throughout southern Arkansas and northeast Texas. Farmers Bank and Trust, rising together. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Since 1978, Andy's Restaurants have been providing Arkansas with quality food and outstanding customer service. Locally owned and operated, Andy's is a fast food restaurant with that hometown feeling. Their famous breakfast menu is made up of fresh baked biscuits alongside fresh cooked-to-order eggs with your choice of juicy sausage, bacon, ham, chicken, or steak biscuit sandwiches. Andy's patrons are sure to satisfy their craving by enjoying a hearty breakfast, a classic combo, or a home-style barbecue or catfish dinner. Andy stands by its motto, quality food cooked fresh at prices you can afford.
Why do accidents happen fast, but claims move slow? If you're questioning your choices in auto coverage, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Ouachita County, call 870-836-6491 to speak to a local agent.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Hi, here are your 3 fish sandwiches. Have a supersonic day.
Thank you.
Is this Alaska pollock that we're eating?
Yes.
I know that Alaska is a very dangerous place.
Why?
First, the ostrich. Second, you mess with that ostrich.
It's Alaska, not Australia.
My bad.
The fish sandwich, 100% Alaska pollock topped with creamy tartar sauce on a brioche bun. Only for a limited time at Sonic. See menu for details. For a limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
FirmFit luxury vinyl flooring was developed with the idea that home is a place that you can spend time and live fully without having to worry about small messes. And FirmFit flooring is indistinguishable from real wood or tile and is 100% waterproof. Tri-County Custom Flooring in Camden is your authorized FirmFit dealer. For all of your kitchen and bath or remodel needs, call Jim Crutchfield at Tri-County Custom Flooring for a personal quote today. Dial 870-833-1650.
Where do you turn to for advice? A spouse, a parent, a best friend? If your doctor isn't on your list, your health could be missing out. My name is Dr. Jericasha Smith. At First Choice Family Care, our concern is the health of your whole family. For a fresh approach to your health care, come see us at First Choice Family Care in Camden and see why we should be your first choice. Like us on Facebook and call 870-800-9002 for more information.
Do you need a new pharmacy? Then let Morrison's help. Transferring your prescription is easy at Morrison's Pharmacy because they're not just a pharmacy, they're a family. 2 locations to serve you, so call today. 1286 Highway 4 Bypass in Camden. You can call 836-8132. Also located in the Ouachita Valley Family Clinic, 353 Cash Road. Call 836-2727. Drive-through available at both locations. Remember, transferring your prescription is easy, so come on over to Morrison's Pharmacy today.
Car dealerships are not the same. Hi, Jim Golden with Jim Golden Ford Lincoln in Camden. The difference is we consider our customers part of our family, and families take care of each other. There's no such thing as an unhappy customer when you do business with us. And if you have a problem, we have a problem, and we're going to fix it. That's just how we do business at Jim Golden Ford Lincoln. Come see what it's like to buy from family. I'm Jim Golden, and I'll guarantee you'll like it. Come see for yourself what we say at Jim Golden Ford Lincoln in Camden, where the dealer makes the difference.
What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve?
For all your insurance needs, call Nick Tupperville at 836-7880.
Sports coverage from the pros to the future pros. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball plays here. Camden Sports Station, Fox Sports Radio 97.1.
Back at Hot Springs Lakeside, where the Camden Fairview Cardinals go down in defeat, 12-5 is our final score. Camden Fairview falls to 1-1 on the season. I believe it improves Lakeside to 3-0, but I'm not 100% about that. Looking at stats for the Camden Fairview Cardinals for today, let's see, Smith for the Cardinals was 1-4 on the day, while Logan Robertson was 2 for 3 at the plate. Gunnar Branch was 1 for 3, while Trip O'Hara was 2 for 3. Neal was 1 for 3 for the Cardinals, while McKinney went 1 for 3, and Fain went 1 for 3. So 9 hits on the day for the Cardinals. That's a little better than the 6 hits they had the other day against Whitehall in their first win of the season. Logan Robertson went 3 1/3 innings for the Cardinals. He was credited with 4 runs, 3 earned off of 3 walks, had 1 strikeout in 3 1 innings worth of work. Sewell came in for 1/3 of an inning, gave up 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks. Clardy came in and pitched 1 1/3 for the Cardinals, gave up 3 runs, all earned off of 3 hits, had 2 strikeouts to go along with it. And Wendling came in to finish things off for the Redbirds, pitching the last inning. He allowed 2 runs off of 2 hits with no strikeouts. So big day overall for the Cardinals. As we said, fall to 1-1, but the big game is tomorrow against the Warren Lumberjacks. They will play Warren at Camden Yards. 5 p.m., we believe, is the first pitch. That game will not be on the radio. This is our only game on the radio for the week, but we encourage everybody to tune in to the Camden Fairview Sports Network on YouTube, as they will have not just audio but video coverage of the game throughout the season. Pretty much every single game I think they're planning to put on the YouTube channel, and of course they are also going to do the JV game, so stay tuned right here for JV action, even though our audio coverage on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 is about to come to a close. Camden Fairview will also be at home on Friday at 5 p.m. against Watson Chapel in a conference game as well. So for everybody here at Camden Fairview Sports Network, including my man Jonathan Wolf, anything you want to add, partner?
Just you want to listen to catch the JV game, we'll have it here in just a little bit when they get going on Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball. Look that channel up, Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball on YouTube. We'll have the game tomorrow night as well, as Kelly said, and on Friday, got some conference games going on. And so tune in. We'll do our best to have a broadcast for you.
Yeah, absolutely great thing. And we're proud to join up with the Camden Fairview broadcast team on YouTube to give some extra credit to our sponsors, which bring you the radio coverage throughout the season as well. So for everybody over at Radio Works Sports, including Doc Bryce, our engineer, who helps get us on the air, for Sherry up in Berryville, who schedules our commercials, and for everybody with the Cardinal YouTube Sports Network, Jonathan Wolf and Wes O'Hara and all those guys, for all their hard work. I mean, Jonathan Wolf, he basically hauled an entire TV station up here. You guys ought to see the setup that we have over here on the side just to try to get this thing on the air. Kudos to you, my man. I know there's a lot of parents, grandparents, and folks in the community watching on YouTube right now. Appreciate all your hard work.
Well, it's not about that. It's about those parents getting to see these kids play. I tell you, I was talking about Dylan a while ago. I know if it's to go off the radio air, but talking about the smile on his face, I just love watching the kids play. And I want to, hopefully, through this, the Booster Club is trying to make it where parents and grandparents and people from wherever can watch these kids play and have a good time, and hopefully win some ball games and work towards a state championship.
Absolutely. That's what makes it a labor of love. So for everybody with the Cardinal Sports Network and Fox Sports Camden 97.1, hope you have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you later at the ballpark. Have a great evening, everyone.
You've been listening to a special presentation of Radio Works.
And if you are
we hope you have enjoyed this broadcast.
Still with us on the YouTube broadcast, just stay tuned. We're going to take a little break. We'll keep it streamed going
our next broadcast
and
will be. Again, this
try
has been a special
to
sports
bring you a
presentation
JV
on your
game.
Radio Works
They're out on the
family
field
of
right now
networks.
warming
We
up.
now return you
We'll
to
try
our
to
regular
get this game
programming.
going here in just a minute. Stay with us on Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball. All right, we're back here at Lakeside. This game is getting close to being underway, so we will get these kids up and going. JV game here at Lakeside. Camden Fairview Cardinal JV squad about to get started. Varsity squad took the loss on the chin today, 11-5. Is that right, or was it 12-5? 12-5. And so a tough loss here on this Monday night. Beautiful evening for baseball, but tough loss to take. Varsity team again in action tomorrow night over behind the high school, Cardinals Stadium, or Camden Yards, or whatever they call it. What do they call it? I'll be honest with you, I'm lost. It ain't Craftsman Park. It's gone. Camden Yards, that's right. Done turned a little cool tonight. Appreciate Jake Morgan helping us out. Wes O'Hara, good to have Kelly Blair along with us on the broadcast. Trying to find something to write on, but I can't find my book anywhere. I got one here, I think, Jake. That'll work. All right, folks. So glad you joined us tonight. See if the Cardinals can't get a winner here in this JV game. Looks like Richard Clardy's going to lead things off. A.J. Alsobrook is on deck. And Colton Dewoody looks like he's in the hole. Here's the first pitch. Number 16, and a swing grounder over to third base. He comes up to gets it, makes a nice throw across the diamond. And one quick out, one quick swing, one quick out here in the JV game. Richard jumped on that one. Sounded like it was a little bit off his fist. Third baseman charged it well, made a good play, a good strong throw too. So here's A.J. Alsobrook, sophomore. Stands the left side of the plate. He fouls one off right over on us. That get you, Jake? Just about, huh? That couldn't have come any more through that hole. That just really, it was really close to the cameras. Too bad we didn't get a shot of that one. So it's 0-1. He takes a pitch, looks like outside. Runs the count 1-1. Right-hander, number 16, kicks and delivers. Alsobrook squared the bunt. Chased it high, fouled it off behind the plate. That's a part of A.J.'s game that I think would benefit him greatly if he could get efficient in putting those bunts down. A lot of speed, batting from the left side too. So 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, falls inside. Runs the count 2-2. Here's the windup and delivery. Swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher. He throws down to first base. It'll be a strikeout swinging for Alsobrook. And 2-3 on the putout. And that brings up the junior Colton Dewoody. Dewoody bats, no batting gloves, right side of the plate. He swings over the top of one. Here's the next one to Dewoody. High, he takes 1-1 the count. Next pitch. Gets the inside corner, strike 2, 1-2 now on D. Woody. Michael Sewell on deck if D. Woody was to reach. Here's the pitch, breaking pitch. Falls off the plate outside, 2-2 the count. D. Woody, as we mentioned last time, still working his way back from injury. Said he still has a little bit of physical therapy. He's been throwing off the mound a little bit. Feeling pretty good, he says. Here's the pitch. Ball pops out behind second base. It is dropped. The shortstop had a bead on it, but he just stopped moving towards the ball. Not sure if he lost it or what, but he had a bead on it. I thought he was going to make the play. But D. Woody reaches, brings Michael Sewell to the plate. Sewell batting from the left side. Sewell played in that first game. Left field, pitched, went back to left field. Did not bat, but he bats here. The top half of the first inning. Takes strike 1, fastball by number 16. Don't have names for these players for Lakeside. D. Woody with a lead off of first. 16 delivers. Ball gets away. D. Woody off to second, and he's there easily. That ball, a pass ball right there. The catcher just, I don't know if he squeezed a little early or what, just missed it. Into the backstop it goes. So 2 mishaps have put a Cardinal at second base with 2 outs. Michael Sewell at the plate, 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Pitcher looks back towards D. Woody at second. Still a lead. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. D. Woody's going to push it to third. He's safe. Nice play. Ball was in the dirt. Catcher kept it in front of him, but it squirted away from him just a little bit. D. Woody took a chance and went, and he stands 90 feet away from scoring a run here in the top of the first. So Sewell with an opportunity to drive one in, 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. He drives the ball out to right field. It's going to be over the right fielder's head. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Sewell around first. The runner scores. Sewell digging for third. He's pushing it hard. Throw is going to come in late. Sewell is up, or slides in with a RBI triple. Boy, that's a good-looking swing right there from Sewell. Right fielder had no chance. That ball way over his head. So the run comes in, RBI triple for Michael Sewell, brings up Jackson Bradshaw, number 15, with a chance to drive another one in. Here's the pitch. Bradshaw swings, fouls it off. That was a good-looking swing. Sewell needed that. Had a mishap in the first game. Didn't pitch his best as well, so a little positive energy here in the JV game can do wonders. Bradshaw batting. Takes ball 1, breaking pitch. Falls outside the zone. We do hope you're able to come out to the ball game tomorrow night, Camden Yards. But if not, we'll have it for you. 16 deals. Pitch is high, 2-1 count. The count here against Jackson Bradshaw, sophomore. Not sure his position tonight. He pitched last. He's pitching tonight? Oh, maybe back on the mound again. He swings and pops one foul outside of third base, outside the fence. Sewell stands at third base. Count is 1-2, 2 outs here in the top of the first. 16 kicks and delivers. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Good eye by Bradshaw. That ball had a good bit of break to it, but The break started a little early, kind of a little bit easier to see. So 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Daniel Bryan stands on deck. Will bat if Jackson is to reach. Here's the pitch. Almost hits him. He drops his bat, and that's going to be ball 4. So Bradshaw heads down to first base. Sewell's still over at third. 2 outs. Daniel Bryan comes to the plate. Dylan Windling in the on-deck circle. 16 checks his runners and delivers. Ball in the dirt. Nobody running. Not sure why Jackson's not standing on second base, but he did not run. Ball hit to the third baseman. He scoops, throws it across. Third baseman made a couple nice plays in that inning, but a run does score in the top of the first inning. The Cardinals take the lead 1-0. Big hit by Michael Sewell. And that's where we stand as we take a break here. You're listening to Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball. All right, we're back. Cardinals JV squad leads 1-0 in the bottom half of the first inning. Going into the bottom half of the first inning, Jackson Bradshaw is on the mound, got his warm-up pitches. I'll set the defense up for you as well. Looks like Grant Jeffers behind the plate catching tonight. Daniel Bryan is over at first base. Richard Clardy at second. Dylan Windling at shortstop. Landon Morgan is at third base, and a big swing and a miss right there by the batter. Lead off for Lakeside. Good pitch by Jackson. Looks like D.D. Frazier's out in left field. Pitch outside. Run 1 the count. 1-1 the count, rather. A.J. Alsobrook in center. And looks like Michael Sewell in right field. Good looking pitch, Jackson. Jackson has recovered rather, from an elbow injury last year. It was last year, wasn't it? Had to have surgery, but doing well. Ball grounded back to shortstop. Windling picks it up, fires across. Cannot be picked. Ball was in the dirt. And so the runner 17 is going to advance to second base. Windling had to push to get that ball. It was just on the dirt when he fielded it. Did not make a strong throw. It landed in front of Bryan over at first base. The pick was not made, and the runner is on. So no outs, runner at second base. Brings up the next batter. Again, forgive us not having a lineup for these guys. Try to get a number here in a minute. Bunt laid down. It is going to roll down first base line. Finally gets foul. That ball wanted to stay up there on that line. But the crown of the field took it out of play. Good looking facility here at Lakeside. The girls softball field right behind us here. Understand our girls won tonight. So a big win for the Lady Cardinals. Jackson. A 1 pitch. Batter squares the bunt, pulls it back, and watches strike 2. So quickly he's in the hole. Jackson trying to keep that runner at second base. No outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 Cardinals lead. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Good block by the freshman. Jeffers did a good job of staying in front of that one. 1-2 delivery in the dirt again, and another good pick. That's 2 pitches that easily could have gone the other way, and we'd had a runner at third or maybe even home. Good job. Count now 2-2. And Shaw checks and delivers, fouled off behind us. Big swing. Time called. Jackson wants somebody to put a little pressure on the runner at second. Clardy goes and covers the bag. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Number 16 goes down on a big pitch right there by Jackson Bradshaw. So 1 out here, bottom of the first inning. Still a runner at second base. Bradshaw throws a very nice breaking ball right there. Falls to the bottom of the zone. He gets the call. Wonder how well you see that from that camera view. I've not been watching that. That's a good-looking pitch, though. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Number 26 swung through one. So he went breaking ball, fastball. What you think here? Knowing Jackson to be breaking ball. He tries it. Just hung it up there. Ball 1. From the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fouled up and out of play behind us here. Such a good opportunity for these young men to get to play these JV games. Opportunity to get some game experience, get better. There's a breaking pitch that hangs. The batter stays on it. The catch is made by also Brook in center field. And so 2 outs. Throw comes into third. Looked like a pretty good throw, but the ball was missed. Hit the fence over there, but the runner did not advance. I tell you, it almost looked like also Brook lost track of the outs. He caught the ball and took a few steps before he realized he needed to throw to third. I think if he had caught that and come up gunning, he'd have had him in plenty of time. But a runner at third base, 2 outs. Number 28 batting from the left side of the plate. Strike called. Jackson gets ahead of the batter here. Something that's so effective, being able to get ahead of your opponent, getting ahead of the batter, allows you to come back with a breaking ball or a changeup. But he doesn't. He comes back with a fastball, and 28 swings over the top of it. Quickly in the hole. 0-2. Jackson digs in, throws, fouled off to the left side. Not sure if he took something off of that one or not. As far behind as that batter was, I don't think he needs to take anything off here. He comes in with a fastball, low. 1-2 the count. Cardinals leading 1-0. Sorry we don't have a score bug up on the screen. We'll work on that for tomorrow night. Another pitch in the dirt. Two outs. Bottom half of the first inning. Breaking pitch comes in for a strike. A little delayed move right there by the umpire, but the pitch fell in, and good-looking strike call. And Jackson's able to work out of a jam, left the runner standing at third base. So that's going to take us out of the first inning. Cardinals still lead 1-0. You're listening to Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back here in Lakeside, the Cardinals leading 1-0 going into the top of the second. We're in the JV game. Cardinals lost the varsity game 12-5. Cardinals have jumped up 4-0 in that ball game. Lakeside fought their way back. Walks, some errors. Cardinals just couldn't overcome it. So take the loss in the varsity game, but trying to win the JV game. Up 1-0. Dylan Wendling is up to bat, or will be. Landon Morgan is on deck, and Grant Jeffers is in the hole. Warm-up pitch is done. Throw goes to second base, and we are ready to go here in the top half of the second inning. Wendling looks down. Coach Carmody to get a sign. Coach Carmody has his back to him. I think that means let's get a hit, kid. 16 deals. Foul ball high up behind the plate. Going to go out of play. Wendling pitched in the opener tonight. He is at shortstop presently for the Cardinals. And he is in the hole, 0-1. Pitch low. 1-1's the count. Wendling will play all over the field. Third base, shortstop. Again, pitching. Might even do some catching like his brother does. There's a good hit. Solid line drive to left field. And Wendling stands on first base with a leadoff single. Just a good job of putting the bat to the ball. Didn't try to do too much. Just a nice solid swing, line drive. One hop to the left fielder, and Cardinals on the base paths again. Here's Landon Morgan, freshman, third baseman tonight. He stands up with an opportunity to move the runner over. ball outside. Grant Jeffers stands on deck. But right now it's Morgan. He watches another one in the dirt. Or rather watches one in the dirt. 2-0 the count with a runner on first. Cardinals got their run in the first inning on a Michael Sewell triple to right field. Pitch is high. Colton Dewoody got on base on a, we'll call an error by the shortstop, a ball that was popped up behind second base. He had a beat on it, did not catch it. Strike called to Morgan. Count goes 3-1. Dewoody advanced on a passed ball, steals, we'll call it a stolen base of third. So the next pitch comes in, fouled off behind us. And then Sewell laced a triple over the right fielder's head all the way to the fence. Dewoody came in to score. Sewell rounded the bases, slid into third, and that's where the Cardinals got their run. Looking to tack on some more here in the top half of the second. And a strike three called. Morgan watches strike three across the plate. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Wendling still standing at first base. Jeffers. He comes to the plate, swinging on the first one, fouled it back to the backstop. A.J. Watson is on deck. All these boys want a chance to hit. 0-1 pitch inside. Oh, it hit him. Caught him just barely. So Grant takes a trot down to first base. Dillon moves over to second. And now Watson bats with a runner in scoring position. It has turned just quite cold tonight. Runners get their lead. Pitcher delivers. Strike one called at the knees. 0-1 is our count. Michael Sewell comes in to pinch run for Grant. Grant the catcher. Breaking pitch. Dives in on Watson, hits him on the right leg, and he will go to first base. And that brings up Cade Goldberg. So the bases are loaded, 1 out. Cardinals a big opportunity to score. Jason Wolf stands on deck. 16 deliberate in getting his sign. Finally does, delivers. Just a little outside, ball falls to the ground, but no runners advance. Your runners are Wendling, Sewell, who's running in place of Jeffers, and Watson. Big swing and a miss right there. Goldberg stands in with a 1-1 count. Pitch is high, 2-1. One-0 lead for the Cardinals. Looking to add on some more here in the top of the second. Foul ball, good swing. Ball goes behind us. Over to the ladies softball field. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, and the pitch, breaking pitch. Falls short of the plate. Catcher is able to keep it close. It does bound away from him a little bit, but no runners advance. Count goes full. Wolf is on deck. One out here in the top of the second. Here's a pitch. Foul ball again. Goldberg stays alive. All right, they'll do it again. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Foul again. So Katie is making the pitcher work, trying to find some green grass and an RBI. Here's the 3-2, high, and he works a walk, and there's your run. For the Cardinals, it goes 2-0 now. Base is still loaded. Jason Wolf comes to the plate, freshman, looking to get his first hit of the year. He batted last week, got a walk. You got Sewell, Watson, Goldberg on the bases. Pitch in the dirt. Ball one. D.D. Frazier stands on deck. Here's the pitch. High and inside, ball two. Working quickly now. There's a pitch for a strike. Good looking pitch. 16 finally found the groove. Goldberg made him work a while ago. Several foul balls. Finally one out with a walk, but Wolf now looking to do something. Swing and a miss. He's behind the pitch. Count now goes 2-2. One out. Bases loaded. Base hit scores one at least. Finds enough grass. Watson will score from second. Here's the pitch. He watches strike three. So that's the second strikeout in the inning for 16. Both of them looking. But that brings up D.D. Frazier, D.D. Frazier, the sophomore. He's stands in with a chance to get another one in. He swings at a ball a little bit high. Misses, strike one. Same pitch. He lays off of it that time. Count goes 1-1. Brandon Blackburn is on deck. Pitch is in there for a strike. Cardinals leaving those bats on the shoulders. You see a few walks, you kind of get that in your mind. You got to go up there with the purpose to swing. Didi does swing there, but misses, leaves the bases loaded. But the Cardinals do score one, and on a walk by Cade Goldberg, and so the Cardinals lead 2-0. We are going to the bottom half of the second inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. All right, back here for the bottom half of the second inning. The JV Cardinals leading 2-0. Jackson Bradshaw back for his second inning of work. Lineup defensively stays the same, except for the second baseman. Jason Wolf goes in to second base, and A.J. Watson goes in to left field. You got Bryan, Wolf, Windling, and Morgan on the infield. First to third, Watson, also Brook, and Goldberg left to right in the outfield. Bradshaw on the mound, and Jeffers behind the plate. Big swing and a miss. This is the young man that pinch ran in the first game, and he is just a solid young man. Got a big swing, too. He fouls that one back and out of place. He's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Now Jackson can go to work. Wind up and the pitch. Drills one into the ground in front of the plate. Tried to throw a little curveball. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the running back. He'd be a load to tackle. 1-2. Foul. Ooh. Y'all didn't get to see that from our camera angle, but I guarantee you that young man on deck is thankful he didn't get taken out in the leg, because that was a shot. Foul ball, though. 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch hangs up a little bit. Count now 2-2. We're in the bottom of the second. Cardinals leading 2-0. Another breaking pitch. Just doesn't want to break. Now Bradshaw's going from 0-2 to a full count on the young man at the plate. He shakes. Now he gets his pitch. Here it is. Strikes him out on a fastball. He comes back and challenges him. And Bradshaw wins. Good-looking pitch right there by the sophomore. One out here. Drilled out to center field. Also Brook right there at it, though. Makes the catch. And quickly it's 2 away. That's a good swing and a solid line drive, but also Brook was just right there. Took maybe 2 steps back and settled underneath it. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Good looking pitch. The batter flinched on that one and it broke in there for the strike. I would probably be tempted to throw that again. Just a little bit outside. Here's the next one. He's got this kid where he wants him. It's a 1-2 count now as he swings through that high breaking pitch. Now Bradshaw comes, breaks it again, and strike 3. Good job right there as he smiles coming off the field. Bradshaw works a clean inning right there. The Cardinals keep the lead. It's 2-0 going into the top half of the third inning. JV Cardinals leading this one against Lakeside. This is Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball. All right, we're back here for the third inning. Here for the third inning of the JV game, Cardinals and the Rams of Lakeside. Cardinals lead 2-0. New pitcher for the Rams, lefty. Not sure, number 19, not sure his name. He got a pretty good whip to the ball. We'll see if he can control it. Throw goes down, and we'll get started here in the top half of the third inning. Brandon Blackburn will be the leadoff batter. Alex White following that. And then I think we're back to the top of the order, which is Richard Clardy. So here comes the first pitch. Pitcher pitches out of the stretch.
Let's go, Brandon.
Called strike. Down and in. Side corner of the plate. Number 23. Blackburn is settled in. 0-1 the count. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Here comes the 0-2. It is strike three, right down the middle. One out here in the top half of the third, rather. Brings in freshman Alex White.
Let's go, Alex.
Swing and a miss behind the pitch there. 0-1 the count. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss. Quickly in the hole, White digs back in. Lefty on the mound. Throws a breaking pitch. White swings over the top of it for the second out. Good looking pitch right there by the young man on the mound. Changed speeds and a little break to it. That brings us back to the top of the order. Richard swung at the first pitch, grounded to third base. 5-3 the put out. He holds off a pitch low and gets himself a 1-0 count. Ball high and outside. So the pitcher had pitched two really nice at bats. Falls behind here to Clardy. And again, high and outside. 3-0. Also, Brooks stands on deck if Clardy were to reach. Top of the third. Cardinals up 2-0.
Let's go, Rick.
Takes, watches strike one. So a 3-1 count now. Big swing there, just couldn't connect. And the count is now full on the leadoff Cardinal. Out of the stretch, here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. The Cardinals go quietly here in the top half of the third inning, but they still lead this ball game 2-0 going into the final at bat for Lakeside. We'll take a break, come back, and bring it to you. This is Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball. All right, we're back here for the bottom half of the third. Lakeside trails by 2. They get a final at bat, but the Cardinals are going to try to close it out. Jackson Bradshaw back in for his third inning of work. Defensive changes for the Cardinals. Alex White into right field, rather. Everything else looks to stay the same. So, Bradshaw quickly to the mound, works. A squared the bunt, and I believe the umpire at first base just said it was a strike. I mean, that he stayed around. I thought he did, but didn't see a motion from the home plate umpire. Foul ball goes back to the screen. I believe it's an 0-2 count now. We're not 100% sure of that. Here's the delivery. Grounder, shortstop, Dillon fumbles it, picks it up, tries to throw it across, not in time. The bobble cost as the runner reaches safely. Ball was hit right to Dillon, but Wendling just let it bump, looked like maybe off the heel of his glove and in front of him. He picked it up, but not in time to throw him out. So a runner at first base, no outs here. Bradshaw works from the stretch. Delivers. What a breaking pitch. Young man at the plate was looking for something else, but it was not the fastball. At least that's not what came. That's what he was looking for. Here's the next pitch. That one was the fastball, and the batter number 5 fouls it back behind the backstop. So got him off balance here. 2 strikes on him. Runner at first base. Bradshaw checks and delivers. Breaking pitch. He's out in front again, and Jackson just made him look a little silly at the plate. Good job of changing his speeds, and it's a quick 1 out. So next batter up, fastball high for ball 1. Here's the next one. Oh, nope. Check over to first base. Runner is back safely. Pitch is outside. 2-0 the count. Runner takes his lead. Jackson looks. Now comes set and delivers. Grant tried to frame that one, but just didn't get the call. A little bit high, I guess. So 3-0. There's a strike. Three-one. Quick check on the runner at first base. He is back safely again. 1 out. Cardinals up by 2. Here goes the runner. Ball is popped up. Who's going for it? Nobody. Runner's going to be out at second base. No, it's overthrown, and the runner is safe. And now nobody's covering third. And he's safe at third. And now the runner goes to second. So just several mishaps on the play, and that should have been an easy out. And then when the ball dropped, it should have been a really easy out at second base. Second baseman Wolf should have gotten that ball. Or Brian, well, either one of them should have gone for it. It fell on the infield. I think it was a case of, I think he's got it. Oh, I think he's got it. And nobody caught it. Then the throw went to second base, had the chance to get the runner, and overthrew Dylan Windling at second. And Landon Morgan backed him up, got the ball. There's a ball hit to shortstop. Windling fields it. Run does come in, but a good field and throw right there for an out. Second out. Runner goes to third. So the runners ended up at second and third, and then the ground ball there. Excuse me. Runner comes in, so it makes it a 2-1 ball game with the tying run at third. 2 outs, though. Jackson Bradshaw, get it right. Throws a pitch in the dirt. Grant blocks it. Mistakes, they hurt you. We had a couple of those in the first game. One of them in that 4th inning that led to 4 runs. Jackson steps off. Again, young players, you got to learn the game, but somebody has to take charge right there. But that's why you play. There's a good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. You practice that in practice. Sometimes it doesn't click till you get in a real game situation. Here's the pitch. Good looking pitch from Bradshaw. And so it's 1-2 the count. Chance to close this out. Everybody be on your toes. Here it is. Pitch is high. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Driven out to left field. It is going to get a run in, a base hit. The ball picked up by Watson, but that ties this ball game in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So 2-2 is our score. Winning run is over on first. Bradshaw checks his runner. Now deals. Breaking pitch, strike 1. Just got to limit mistakes. It's one of those things, okay, the ball falls to the infield. Make the next play. We didn't do that. Ball gets away, but picked up quickly by Jeffers. All right, 1-1. Quick check back to first. He is safe. One pitch. Stays up. 2-1. Scoreboard says 2-1 Lakeside. I believe it is 2-2. Here's the pitch. There's a base. No, right to also Brook. It hung up. He makes the catch and the 3rd out. And that's going to end the ball game. It's going to end in a tie. Cardinals had the lead going into the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Gave up 2 runs. A couple of errors hurt them badly. And that led to 2 runs getting to score, or at least eventually getting to score. But the Cardinals keep it tied, 2-2. That's the end of the JV game. Folks, don't forget, we will be back on the air tomorrow. Home game against Warren, conference game. looking forward to it. But if you can't make it to the ballpark, we encourage you to tune us in right here, Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball on YouTube. We'll do our best to have a broadcast for you. Y'all have a great night. Cardinals lose the opener 12-5. They tied the JV game 2-2. This is Jonathan Wolf saying so long from the ballpark, Lakeside, Hot Springs. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball.